and writers have emerged from the city's notorious insane prison compound. The noted pro-democracy campaigner, Mia A, waved to supporters after almost 2 years in prison, telling them he would always be with the people of Myanmar, though thousands of others remain behind bars. State media say that a former British ambassador, Vicky Bowman, and her Burmese husband, Tain Lin, a Japanese journalist, Toru Kubota, and an Australian economic advisor to the former administration, Sean Turnell, are included in the amnesty.
BBC correspondent Celia Hatton says the imprisonment of foreign nationals has been a source of friction. News and analysis at townhall.com. Stellantis is recalling nearly 250,000 heavy-duty diesel Ram trucks in the U.S. because transmission fluid can leak and cause engine fires. The company is still developing a repair. It says owners can still drive the trucks, but drivers should contact a dealer if they see a dashboard warning light. More American babies are being born at home.
According to the CDC, more than 50,000 American babies were born at home in 2021. That's a 12% increase from 2020, and it's also the highest level since 1990. Even with the increase, home births are still pretty rare in the U.S. Tasha Stevens reporting.
Doctors say comedian and TV host Jay Leno is in good condition after undergoing surgery and other treatment for burns to his face, hands, and chest. He was injured in a fire at his garage last weekend. That's where he stores his famed collection of motor vehicles. More on these stories at townhall.com.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man in this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The devil listen, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican world radio. Yeah!
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning, one and all. Welcome to Mornings with Mike Winters. I am he. That would be me, Mike Winters. Happy Thursday, everybody.
Yep.
A slightly warmer Thursday compared to what happened earlier in the week and what will be happening the next couple days.
Yeah, yesterday was cold.
Yeah.
It was just cold all around.
Well, I ain't gonna lie. Tomorrow's gonna be a big bag of stink. Just saying, it's just gonna be cold, nasty tomorrow.
Yep.
So enjoy today.
Yeah, soak it in.
Yeah.
We didn't get a lot of fall. Did you notice it went from like 90 to like 43?
Yeah, we kind of did have I think we had like a week.
We had like a week, maybe a week and a half where it was perfect weather.
Although we'll probably have fall too here in a bit.
Here's hoping. We're coming to that point of the year where weather sort of like keeps going and doesn't turn around.
Yeah, because I was looking. Let me see if they give me a little farther into next week. Yeah, see, we're gonna be in the 60s next week.
Okay. All right, I'll take it. That's travel week. I'll take it.
Yeah, we're gonna be in the so we get through this stinky patch of weather the next few days, and then I think there's a rainbow on the other side here come Monday.
Cool.
Coming on out.
Take it.
So
because it's been
at least that's the way it's looking according to what I'm seeing from the National Weather Service.
And I was trying to find, and you know what? And this is something I didn't even take into consideration until my sister brought it up yesterday. I need to be aware of the weather in the Texas Panhandle late next week because I'm going to be traveling through there.
Will be
Wednesday-ish. So my thought is, I went to try to pull up a forecast. It is next to impossible to find a 10-day forecast for the entire region that I'm looking for. So I found a text version of it, and I think I hit one small patch of flurries just the other side of Amarillo based on the time that I'm traveling.
Okay.
Other than that, it's like perfect.
All right.
So fingers crossed.
Hopefully it's smooth sailing.
Yeah.
You're leaving Wednesday?
Wednesday is the goal, yeah.
You by yourself or
me and the kids?
Kids. Okay.
Yes.
Well, good. Hopefully.
Me and the littles. Oh, they wouldn't let me come if I didn't bring the kids.
Oh, I did. Okay. Yeah. I was just confirming.
I'm past my prime. It's all about the new blood now.
Yeah, you're just what they have to accept to get the kids to
I
visit.
am the vehicle with which to get the children to them.
Yeah, because when he gets there, his mom and sister and all of them are like, when does Rhiannon turn 16 and she gets a driver's license? When does that happen?
When can she just bring herself here? Oh, see, that's already happened, though. She's already taken 2 trips by herself to Oklahoma.
Has she?
Well, not by herself. She
like on the bus or something?
No.
Or a train?
God, no. No, one of us has gotten her there and dropped her off.
Oh, like the I got you.
Yeah, she's had her own time in Oklahoma without Sans parents.
Ah, she probably enjoys that. For a couple days.
Yeah.
Usually. And then usually around that age.
Oh, she enjoys the crap out of it. It's everyone around her that's like, all right, let's expedite this thing. You think maybe
mischief managed, and she leaves.
I understand. I understand. I've lived with the girl for 9 years. I get it. She can be a lot.
Yeah. So, well, good. Sounds like fun though.
Should be.
Have fun and y'all spend time with family and all that. Hopefully, the weather cooperates while you're there too.
Yeah,
so.
that's the goal. And I hope they enjoy it here because I am not going back for Christmas. Not this year.
Make them come here.
Yeah, it's a lot more of them.
Yeah, that's true.
It's a harder sell.
Yeah. Well, just pile them all in.
Yeah. One big vehicle. We
should be warmer once you're there.
We'll do it just like we used to when we went to the drive-in theater. 2 of you get in the trunk, and because you pay for the car.
Yeah. My dad had a station wagon, so
that was the best.
I was like, it was like limo life for me watching drive-in. Matter of fact, I don't think I've ever seen the second movie at a drive-in because my little self fell asleep by the time that one came on in the back there. So
I remember, I think it was a Goofy movie.
Yeah.
I saw at the drive-in in Albuquerque. This was well back when that was in theaters, and it was one of my favorite memories ever is the actual drive-in theater. And I was going to say this generation hasn't really gotten a chance to experience it, but they sort of did.
Well, Carlsbad, theirs held on a lot longer than most in the country.
Theirs did, but also COVID sort of like reintroduced the idea of a drive-in theater.
Sure.
I wonder if that isn't enough to maybe goad it back into existence. Like if drive-ins aren't going to still be a thing moving forward.
They'd have to update the technology
a little
to
bit,
make
maybe.
because we're all used to. Of course, we watch movies on our phone, so why would they have a problem with hooking up a speaker to your?
See, that's the thing
or tune into a radio or something.
That's what I think would be is more radio station driven, like rather than because the one we went to, it was that old school. You take the metal box off the pole and you put it on your window.
Yeah, that's that. The ones we went to growing up had those as well. So yeah, the radio station was highfalutin fanciness. That was.
Of course, the other part of it though was also you were sitting in your vehicle, or I guess in this case we were outside of the vehicle with all the other vehicles around you, and they had their sound going too.
Yeah,
so it was kind of a surround sound experience.
Echoey kind of thing going on there.
Yeah.
It was just cool and there was nothing better than going in because you get like full meals at the drive-in.
At the concession stand?
Yeah. They had like hot dogs and burgers and fries and all kind of stuff.
Ours had a little playground next to the concession stand.
Yeah. Ours actually was like Grease, the movie Grease, up by the screen. You know how like the one we went to had a playground close to the screen, so you had to walk like closer to the screen to get up to where the monkey bars and the swing sets and
see that sounds ideal because that's like you could hang out on the equipment and just watch a movie.
Yeah, in theory you could, but my parents wouldn't allow me. They wanted me back to the car where I'm safely, secure in the station wagon.
What are you gonna do, Mom and Dad? The bad guy comes up. What are you gonna do? I've waited for my kids to ask me. It's like, stay close to me, kids. I'll keep you safe. What am I gonna do? I don't have a gun.
Well, together we can scream louder.
Together our screams will equal 3. Oh, I like it.
Well, let me give you the rundown for today's show. We're going to replay an interview this hour. We had the ladies from the Holiday Magic Art and Craft Show join us, Vera Carbajal and Trina Padilla. So that's this Friday and Saturday. So we're going to play that for you here in just a bit. In the 8 o'clock hour, about 8:15, Public Affairs Director Juanita Jennings will join us from the city of Roswell, give us an update on things happening in and around the city. And then in the 9 o'clock hour, about 9:15, we're going to have from the Historical Society for Southeast New Mexico, Amy McVeigh-Tejas, and I believe John LeMay will be joining her as well. And we'll be talking about their next big holiday drive-through fundraising event happening December 15th, Drive-Through of Lights with the Historical Society. Ooh. So we'll tell you all about that here in the 9 o'clock hour. So
that's something I sort of miss, is the carriage rides through the, to see the lights.
Yeah, we don't have a carriage.
We don't do the carriage anymore. I miss the carriage.
The horse died.
Yeah, that was always really cool.
But yes, so we'll talk about that in the 9 o'clock hour. Plus, we'll have all of your features that include the news of the local and national variety, your Wall Street business updates, and whatever else we can come up with for today's show. Don't forget, we do have playoff football for you on Saturday, as the Roswell Coyotes will be taking on Piedra Vista this Saturday at the Wool Bowl. We will have that game for you on the radio right here on 106.5.
Going down.
And, of course, we have procured the video streaming rights, so we'll be doing live streaming video of the game as well on ksvptv.com. So make sure that you and Art is back.
Nice.
Art, he just texted me. He's back. So.
Did he get anything?
I don't know.
I'm curious. Art, if you're listening, did you bag anything?
Yeah, did you get us some roasts or steaks or jerky?
And how many showers did it take to get the smell of deer urine off of you? I'm just curious. Follow-up question.
Well, we can find out ourselves. He's going to be here a little later today, do some pregame work with us for this weekend. So we'll find out then.
Nice.
Let's see. Party got 2.
Oh, nice.
Which means he didn't.
But I thought the party splits the meat, right?
Oh, I don't know.
I
don't know what the rule. I guess it is. Maybe
the etiquette rule of 100.
That probably makes sense. So it depends how big a party is. Depends on $2. Depends how big a party. That's still a lot of meat.
The person who bagged the buck gets the
choice cuts.
Well, gets the antlers.
Oh, if the trophy side.
Yeah, the trophy.
I got you.
And everybody else gets the fights over the steaks.
Dibs on the spleen.
I want them sweetbreads.
Well, all I know is that venison is delicious
if prepared correctly.
If the person who knows how to cook it cooks it.
Not even cook it. If the people who prepare the meat after the hunt.
Yeah.
If they drain it properly, if they clean it properly, if they pack it properly, then it's delicious. Otherwise, venison is one of those meats that runs the risk of being super gamey.
Well, I've had it good and bad. Mm-hmm. Like my dad got some venison meat from a buddy, and oh boy, that was not good.
Yeah, we got some too, and we ended up giving it to the dogs.
We might got the same meat, but anyway.
Say no.
But then I tried it again in a restaurant, and yeah, I was like, oh yeah, this is way better. So yeah, that's so the couple times I've had venison, good and bad experience.
It's a real crapshoot.
So, but and I've told this on the radio a couple times that Laughing Sheep Farm that used to be over right outside of Lincoln, New Mexico there, or not? The town of Lincoln. It was right in between Capitan and Lincoln, but on just right outside of Lincoln, really. They used to do dinners and I think lunches like Fridays and Saturdays. And they would always have wild meats.
It was basically whatever they caught that week or hunted
they'd
that
have
week.
them, yeah. But I had an antelope burger there.
Nice.
They had elk nachos and rattlesnake food, rattlesnake something, fried rattlesnake or something. Yeah, they had all kind of stuff.
I think the weirdest thing I've ever had along those lines is bison. Which I had
bison's great.
Bison's phenomenal. It had the Garden of the Gods in Colorado.
In the 90s there, around the time Ted Turner started buying buffalo farms, there was a big push to get people to switch from buffalo to beef because it tastes the same, pretty close.
Or similar, yeah.
And except for buffalo is way leaner than beef in terms of cholesterol and all that stuff. So they were trying to spin it as a health food. Which, some of the healthiest, delicious thing I ever had is meat. But, so I had it back then a few times and all that. But matter of fact, I think you could buy it at the grocery store. But yeah,
Or Buffalo, I mean?
Yeah.
I think certain stores maybe.
I think you go to like Farmers and you go to where the ground beef section is. They usually have a little tube or chub of bison meat.
I never spend enough time around my butcher counter.
I'm pretty sure you can get it just at the grocery store now. It's pretty common. So,
good looking.
All right, it is 18 minutes after 7. Probably should get rolling here. Let's go ahead and take a look at the weather. Enjoy today. Prepare for tomorrow.
Your weather forecast is brought to you by Do Right Roofing. For a free estimate, give Do Right Roofing a call today. 623-2273. That's 623-2273.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Getting cold over the next couple of days with a cold front dropping in from the Rockies and Central Plains. Mid-50s and sunshine today. It looks pretty good. Then we'll have some clouds coming in for the overnight hours. Our low dropping into the upper 20s. A little bit of drizzle possible on Friday and our high in the mid-30s and cloudy. And then on Saturday, we'll have a mix of sun and clouds. We're back in the low 40s, sunny and 50 Sunday. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Thank you, Steve. Currently 25 degrees here in Roswell. Humidity is at 75%. Winds are calm at the moment. Sunny today, warmer than earlier and warmer than later. Sunny today, 57 for a high. Winds will be out of the southwest 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tonight, expect increasing clouds, overnight low of 26. Winds will be out of the north early 5 to 10. After midnight, increase in 10 to 15 miles per hour. Friday, there is a slight chance of some drizzle after 11 a.m. Otherwise, cloudy for the day. High of only 38 tomorrow. Yeah, we're not even getting out of the 30s. Winds will be out of the north 10 to 15 miles per hour. Cloudy. Overnight low of 26 for Friday night. Winds will be out of the east at around 5 miles per hour. Saturday, kind of nasty too. A little warmer though. Areas of freezing drizzle before 11. Then a slight chance of some rain after that. Also could expect some areas of patchy fog before 11 on Saturday. Mostly cloudy. High of 42. I think a lot of people are going to be sleeping in on Saturday just because the weather's going to make you want to feel like it. And if you don't have anything to do urgently, you're probably going to stay in bed a little bit. So get some sleep in. Winds will be out of the northeast 5 to 10. It's a 20% chance of precip on Saturday. Saturday night, mostly cloudy, overnight low of 31. And Sunday, mostly sunny, highs back near 50, 49 for a high there. And then when we head back to work on and do our Thanksgiving week next week for a couple days of going back to work, kids will be done. But anyway, warmer temps, upper 50s Monday. And then by Tuesday, Wednesday next week, we're in the low to mid 60s. So not too bad. All right, it is 7:21. We're going to take a 2.5-minute commercial break, and then we're going to play our interview we had with Vera and Trina talking Holiday Magic Art and Craft Show happening this Friday and Saturday out at the Eastern New Mexico State Fairgrounds. That interview's up next. Don't go away.
A comedian once said, "No one can tell me anything, not even myself." Hi, this is Pastor for the Joy of Marriage.
You know, most people stop listening and start forming an answer or response when someone's talking to them within 7 seconds, so they miss most of the information.
John 10:27 says, "My sheep listen to my voice. I know them, and they follow me."
You know, when Julie and I were preparing for this, she looked right at me after I spoke for a while and said, "What?" I guess we all have work to do in listening. But you know what? Just like learning to know God takes time and focus and to know His voice, it's going to take time and focus to really get to know our spouse and to really start enjoying and loving marriage.
If you have any questions or would like further information about the Joy of Marriage Ministry, please go to jomconference.com.
Fall is here, but it's not too late to get to Graves Farm and Garden and stock up on green chili in mild, medium, or hot, as well as dried red chili, perfect for Thanksgiving and seasonal recipes. Plus, firewood by the cord, delivered and stacked. Now's the time to stock up on hay bales with Sudan and alfalfa in both small and large bales. And the Graves Farm store is open Monday through Saturday, 8:30 to 5:30, and Sundays 1 to 5. 7.5 miles south of Roswell on the Old Dexter Highway. Graves Farm and Garden, where locally owned means locally grown.
For over 40 years, Sierra Blanca Motors here in Roswell have been providing locals with quality vehicles and are committed to providing you quality vehicles and service for many years to come. No sales gimmicks, no inflated pricing, just a quality pre-owned vehicle listed at retail pricing or less. Have a used vehicle to sell? Get top trade-in value or an amazing cash offer today. Let Danny or Jose provide you a great car buying experience. Call 575-622-7907 or stop by Sierra Blanca Motors at 720 South Main Street in Roswell. Se habla español.
If a sports injury is keeping you from the physical activities you love, the sports medicine team at Artesia General Hospital can help. Their orthopedic specialists and physical therapists work closely with you throughout diagnosis and treatment. No matter the injury, from ACL injuries, golfers and tennis elbow to foot and ankle pain, they'll get you back in the game. Appointments are available in Artesia or Carlsbad. Request an appointment at artesiageneral.com/sports.
Your fingernails grow faster on your dominant hand. Not sure which is your dominant hand? Just wait. You'll nail it. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 20 minutes after 8 o'clock, and joining us in studio this morning from the Holiday Magic Arts and Crafts Show, Vera Carbajal and Trina Padilla back with us this morning. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you guys doing?
Y'all, it's early, but we're here.
You're here. Are y'all ready for this weekend? It's the big weekend.
Yes.
It's people set their calendars. Because I feel like the holiday. How many years now has the holiday magic been going on now? It's
41 years.
Yeah, I was gonna say I've been here since 2000, and it's been going on since then. And
but we haven't been with.
Yeah, you guys are fresh young faces. You're young. Yeah, you guys are
just a couple of years.
You're the third or fourth generation of people coming to do this.
As I understand, it was started by a bunch of women who went to the same church, and they decided started out as
just very grassroots and started in a church basement somewhere, and it turned into this. That's really cool.
It's pretty awesome.
But 40 some years later,
Yes.
Doesn't look a day over 20, by the way.
Exactly.
But anyway.
I like him.
I do too.
But it's become a tradition here in Roswell and Chaves County is the Holiday Magic Art and Craft Show, because, and this is what, and I joke every time, but I'm not joking. I'm joking, but not joking. If you do not leave the Holiday Magic Art and Craft Show without a pumpkin roll this weekend, you didn't do it right.
Exactly. Those pumpkin rolls will be waiting.
Or the cookies.
And cookies.
All right, yeah. If you leave hungry or not leave stuff to put in your belly,
exactly,
you didn't do it right again.
That's exactly right.
But it's so much more than that. I mean, it's all full of artisan crafters, vendors that are making decor, functional things, furniture, things like that, jewelry, stuff like that. But decor, if you're looking for great, unique
Christmas
and holiday decor,
yes.
Guess what? You're about to have a happy weekend, because this has got everything you want.
It sure does. Absolutely.
And it's gotten to the point, like we said, it's been going on for 41 years, which means it's established a great group of vendors that come back year after year. They establish those relationships. So every single vendor, there's always a new one that's learning it each year. But but for the most part, these people come back each year. They go. So you find new stuff. But if you're like, man, remember that thing we bought a couple years ago and we lost it or broke it or something? Odds are pretty good the vendor's there, and if they're not making that exact thing, they're making, each artist is different, but they could have it again.
They have it again.
Yeah,
yes.
exactly.
We do actually have people specifically coming in for the artists that they know are going to be there again.
They've established they've got enough to know. That so and so is going to be there, and I'm going.
Our artists have a following.
Yeah.
And people call and say, are so-and-so going to be there?
Yeah.
And we'll say yes.
And I know over the years, like, even, the generations before you guys would, they came in and they would bring some of the, like one thing that I know was popular every year was like the shotgun Christmas wreaths that were made out of shotgun shells and things. That's something that is always, it's
very unique,
pretty item that a lot of people draw to. And I'm just pointing out, like, there's so much more. I'm just scratching the surface.
Right.
But things like that, people come to know and know the Holiday Magic Show and think that's the kind of cool stuff you find there.
Yes. Everything is homemade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And here's the cool part, too, is there is a small admission fee to get in.
Yes.
However, all of that goes back to the community.
Yes.
You guys have been supporting multiple youth groups for many years doing this. So, yes, the vendors and everybody come and they make their bank for the year and all. This might be their Black Friday for some of them.
Right.
But every person that walks through the door pays a couple bucks, and all of that money goes back to this year. It's a lot of the same each year. I think last couple years here.
It's the Assurance Home.
Yeah, the Assurance Home, the First Tee of Southeast New Mexico. Which, if you're not familiar with them, they mentor kids through golf.
Yes.
So they get kids from and they're trying to bring golf to the masses. But while they're teaching golf, they're teaching these kids life lessons and things. So yeah, they learn how to be like the rest of us and whack a ball badly. But
exactly.
No, they're better. But you know what I mean. But they're learning those life lessons and things. So another Royal Family Kids Camp. Of course, we have them on every year. They have their big summer camp for victims of child abuse, things like that. And so they do an amazing job there. And then, of course, Christian Outreach Ministries, the Eastern New Mexico State Fair 4-H programs, and Roswell, the local high schools here. So all of those entities benefit from. So I know, and it's very affordable. It's only $2, and the kids are 12 and under free. However, pay a little more. If you were like, if this is all going for the kids, here's $10.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And
that's what our raffles are for, Mike.
I know, but if you want to do a little bit more,
we'll take it more.
Yeah,
We'll
absolutely.
take it.
Because at the end of the day, that admission fee is going to help youth in our community.
It sure will.
So I know some people are like, "Wow, I'm about to pay," but just help out our community a little bit. It's part of the tradition.
Yes, it's for our kids.
Absolutely.
It's why we do this.
Exactly. Yeah,
It's exactly why
it's
we
all
do
fun
this.
to get the pumpkin rolls and all the fun decor, but at the end of the day, the real value is that admission fee going back to helping all these kids. And if you're not familiar with any of these organizations, check them out. Like Assurance Home, I learned a lot about them when I went through Leadership Roswell and their facility.
Isn't it great?
It's like it's a little oasis here in Roswell.
It sure is.
When I was there, I forgot that was in Roswell because it's like it's green grass and mature trees, and you're sitting on a bench, and you're like, "Am I in a park on the East Coast? Where am I?"
It's just wonderful.
Yeah,
something else that we do too is that we involve the people. The kids from the Assurance Home and the kids and their parents from First Tee. They actually come out and they have a part in the show as well.
Good deal. So it's a little, I would say, sweat equity, but it's they roll up and help out, knowing that you guys are helping them. Right. They're like, well, hey, let's help you guys do some of the logistics at the because it's a lot of moving parts.
First Tee comes out and helps our vendors unload.
That's great.
And Assurance Home, they come out. The kids come out. I mean, they come out. It's like a pack of kids coming in.
Just this herd, they come through.
Exactly.
It's like a big working herd.
And also the Christian, the men's Christian.
The outreach ministry.
Right. They come in and they help us to set up their great bunch of guys.
Good deal. So you got a pretty good batch of labor force there to help.
It takes a lot.
It does. It takes a lot to put that together.
Yeah. Now for folks, the craft show is out at the Eddy County. I almost said Eddy County, Eastern New Mexico State Fairgrounds.
Yes.
You don't have to go to Eddy County, not that far. It's out at the Eastern New Mexico State Fairgrounds there. So when you I know for many years it's been here at the convention center, but the last 2 years now? 3 years now. It's been out at the fairgrounds here. So if you haven't been in a few years, don't go to the convention center. Go down to the fairgrounds and you just are they sending them through the main entrance or the vendor's entrance?
They're going to go through the vendor's entrance.
Okay,
the last gate.
Which the farthest south gate.
The south gate.
Yeah.
Yes, they're going to go that route. And the entrance, the admissions, is going to be on the north side of the building now. We usually had it on the south side of the building. But we're going to have it on the north side of the building this year.
Okay, very good. So so if you go to the south and everyone's like, where's everybody at? Go around the other side.
Go around the other side.
There'll be somebody there directing.
Follow the group.
Or there'll be rather signs directing everybody where to park.
Yeah.
And which direction to go.
The beauty of it is there's plenty of room out at the fairgrounds.
There
so
is.
you can get
we can spread out.
They got a great facility out there, and especially with now newly named the Hobson Hall here. We don't call it new building no more. Adding that to the mix,
right?
It really adds to that facility out there. So, Now it's going to be this Friday and Saturday.
Yes.
Friday from 10:30 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. and then this Saturday from 9 a.m. until 5 p.m. As I mentioned earlier, admission is only $2. If children under 12 are free, so bring them along and they don't have to pay. But I'll tell you, keep hold of them. Otherwise, they're gonna make you spend some money because there's gonna be a lot of food, a lot of things the kids are gonna want.
We're gonna have a couple of food trucks out there. We're gonna have Eli's Bistro out there.
Oh, man.
And we're gonna have Bubba's Pit Stop out there.
Oh, I've never had theirs. That'd be a new one.
And
is that barbecue? I'm thinking Bubba's.
No, it's more like concession stand food.
Okay,
they
like
have
fair
the hot dogs,
fries,
hamburgers,
things
stuff
like that. Okay,
yes.
cool.
And we're gonna have a kettle corn guy from Rio Doso.
Can never go wrong with kettle corn.
I think it's High Country Kettle Corn. And we'll have Miss Karen Hendricks is going to be bringing her mini donuts.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh,
so
dang.
she'll have those out there as well.
So come hungry.
Come hungry.
Yeah.
We're going to have a lot of food out there in the front.
And it sounds like you get a good variety. So if you get there at say 10:30 Friday or 9 a.m. on Saturday, have a little breakfast.
Yes.
And then around 11:30 or so, you're gonna feel peckish again.
Exactly.
And then you can, hit the lunch side. Maybe donuts in the morning and fries and burgers, or some a sub or something in the afternoon.
Man after my heart.
Exactly.
I plan my life around food. All right. How do we go from? Yeah, but how do I eat between here and here?
Exactly. Yes. It's going to be great. I think they're going to have a variety. The public will have the variety to select from.
And here's another thing, fellas. This is to you. I know, because let's face it, it's the wives, it's the moms. They generally get more excited about holiday magic than the fellas do. I know that's not always true, but just as a rule.
Right.
So fellas, I will tell you this. This is something that I think is, there's, as much as you look at the holiday decor and all the things, there is equally amount of manly cool stuff as there is what we call foo-foo decorative. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
It's if you're looking for like functional things, or gift ideas for spouses and girlfriends and things, you'll find that. But there's a lot of cool guy stuff too.
There is.
Football related themes and stuff like that.
We have a woman that does the stuffed bears, and they're all football.
Yeah.
And the knives, the guy that
and we
does
have a
the
gentleman
knives.
that does really beautiful knives.
Yeah, that's a whole
woodwork.
Yeah.
Woodwork. We got some woodwork.
Problem with those
gorgeous.
is they're too nice to want to actually do knife work with them.
Exactly.
You're like, I just want to keep it on display.
They're just gorgeous. Some of the work that he does. His
That's a
name
boy
is Les
thing, Vera.
Priscilla.
Yeah,
It's a boy thing.
And we got a lot of gentlemen that are doing some charcuterie boards and cutting boards, but they're gorgeous. And I mean, those are the kind of boards that you want to display.
Sure.
Because they're inlaid with turquoise.
And that's a very popular trend now.
Yes, it is.
Charcuterie's gotten very popular because I think of the charcuterie boards. I think there's been a surge in artisan people making different styles of charcuterie boards, and people are like, oh, well, let's go buy some meat and cheeses and display this thing, So it's gotten very popular. They make great gifts, by the way.
They sure do.
I would go buy one, but I got a beautiful one as a gift last year, so I'm good. But
yeah, oh my goodness.
But that's the great thing about is I guarantee, even if you bah humbug and are like, there's nothing I want here, as soon as you walk through there,
absolutely,
you're going to find something you want. I guarantee you say it now, and then you walk through, and it's like, all right, I'll take that over. Yeah. All right. And next you just bought like 12 things.
You do. And the good thing about it is they're unique gifts.
Absolutely. That's the part.
They're very unique gifts.
For the veterans here, the folks that come each year, talk about some of the featured artists and some of the people that people come to. Like we said, this has been going on for a few years now. People are looking for certain artists. Kind of give a list of some of the folks that people come to expect and who will be there for this year's.
The featured artist this year is Becky and Galen Bach.
Okay.
And Becky, she makes some beautiful women's apparel.
Okay.
And it's gorgeous. And she's been with the show over 30.
See,
20
clothing,
years, over 20.
clothing and things. Another thing, we don't more
For
stuff. Yeah.
I mean, women's clothing. If a husband wants to come out and find a really nice sweater,
Absolutely.
jacket, blouse for his wife. I mean, she makes some really gorgeous stuff. We also have
the Caseys.
The Caseys that come in and they do That's called the Big Dippers. They do the soup seasoning, the soup packets that you can make.
Yeah.
They make their own soup packets and stuff.
Love those, yeah.
Yes.
Where it's basically
And dips.
kind of, I'm going to say dummy proofs, but a little bit dummy proofs making soup for you.
Exactly. And soups and dips. And, I think we have a gentleman that has a couple, the Buckmans, they have been with us, over 20 years as well.
As long as I've been there.
Yes.
They've been there.
They have been there, and she does a lot of the embroidery on, aprons and sweaters.
Oh, wow.
And stuff. Then they've been with us forever. And I'm trying to.
So they do probably some personalized stuff and everything too, if you order it through them and all
Yes.
that too. So if you're looking for personalized stuff, you might want to go visit them when you're at the fair there. So.
And Sarah Mannion, she does some beautiful. She's been with us forever as well, and she does a lot of beautiful glass work.
Oh man, that is so amazing to watch that glass blowing, the glass work, and all that.
Some beautiful,
Well, it's not
beautiful
glass
work.
blowing, but
the work and everything involved,
Yes.
it's
Gorgeous
equally cool
stuff.
to watch.
Exactly.
Yeah,
It is.
It's talents that I wish I had, and kind of envious of when you see people that do it.
Exactly. And then we got Deborah Lucas, who does her famous pumpkin rolls and cookies.
And I'm telling you, folks, trust me, I hate pumpkins. I don't like the taste of pumpkins. I don't like them. I mean, they're fun to carve and all that, but I don't eat pumpkin-related things. That pumpkin roll, I will chase people down. I will do nefarious things to obtain it. It doesn't.
Get there early then. Get there early.
You need to get there early.
That is the pro tip.
That's exactly
If you want
right.
the pumpkin rolls, you better make sure you're there when they open Friday morning at 10:30 or Saturday morning at 9 a.m. Because I guarantee if you wait till 5 or 4 or later in the day,
they'll be gone.
they're going to be in people's bellies or on people's shelves at this point. So
that's exactly right.
And it, of course, next week is Thanksgiving. You can lie and tell people that you didn't buy it at the Holiday Magic. You made it yourself. You're going to get in trouble when someone wants a recipe, but you can fake it till someone figures you out.
Exactly right.
And I won't tell you.
Some people can tell.
But trust me, it's delicious.
It is.
And I don't know what it is. I just can't, because I don't like pumpkin. I don't. And the flavor is just not my. But those pumpkin rolls are just heaven. They're great. So. And I brag on them a lot, but there's so many other good cookies and things. And that one just blew me away the first time I had it, because I was very I don't want that pumpkin. No, thank you.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
And then I ate it. I'm like, oh dang,
Yeah.
that's pretty good.
It's a new favorite, right?
It is. It absolutely is. And I'm the last person on the face of the earth you'd have thought would have liked the pumpkin roll, and it's one of my favorites.
Oh, that's awesome.
We have vendors from all over. We have
We do.
we have lots of vendors from Artesia and from around the state.
Sure.
Arizona.
Right.
Kind of all
Texas,
over the Southwest.
Texas, yes.
Which is great because you get a little flavor of the art from there. I mean, let's face it. We have a Southwest theme on a lot of things, but like art from Texas is a little different than art from Arizona.
Yes,
you know what I
it
mean?
is.
The Southwest vision is a little different. So how they do Southwest in Texas is a little different than how they do, just like it's a little different than how we do it here in New Mexico.
Yes, it is
and so
quite different.
So some of that's infused in some of the art and things. So if you love kind of that Arizona look to it with the colors and the way they do things, you're going to have artists that feature probably more heavy that way. If you're more into the Texas stars and wagon wheel and that type of decor, then you've got Texas artists that are having that kind of stuff for you. And then, of course, if you want New Mexico flavored things,
which is the most beautiful.
We got it all covered for you.
Red or green?
Yeah,
exactly.
That's right. We can, it just like Ristras. Is there someone that sells like Ristras and things? Is that part of it?
We
or
don't
is that
have any Ristras this year.
Okay.
No.
Everyone's busy eating them. I think that's what it is.
I know I am.
They're kind of like, no, we're not decorating with chilies this year. They're
mine's halfway gone. My Ristra.
Yeah.
People decorate with them.
Yeah, sometimes they like to hang them out on the porch there or something.
Those ceramic ones. Remember those ceramic ones?
Okay.
Well, they start as decorations. Maybe they hang out, and then like about a day or two in, it's like, what? Is there something missing? Where are they?
Exactly. I need to make red chili. Oh, it's outside.
Yeah. But yes, please come and come be a part. Jewelry. Let's talk a little jewelry. You got some great jewelry vendors and
beautiful
things too.
Jewelry vendors that are coming in. We have a new couple that's coming in, I think, from Crown Point.
Okay.
And he does beautiful Native American jewelry.
Okay, so if you like turquoise, things like that, you'll
Yes.
probably find a
And
lot of that there.
We have a couple that
We've
has
got a
been with the
couple,
show
yeah.
that's doing the same as well. We have a new lady that does some jewelry out of aluminum.
Oh, cool.
And stuff. And it's really beautiful stuff. Other people that like to do the wire wrapping.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a technique that you have to develop.
There's a lot of, I see these things and I'm like, first off, I don't think I have the hand dexterity to do something.
Me as well.
Or the eyes.
Yeah, I know I don't have the eyes. I'm blind as a bat.
Wrapping gemstones and, I mean, it's some gorgeous work.
Yeah.
And then we have.
Of course, they've been doing it for years and are probably skilled, and it's like muscle memory. They just do it, in their sleep. Yeah.
So, we have quite a few that do some jewelry.
My mom was a crocheter growing up, and she was like to the point where, when you buy like the crochet pattern books, like when you go and you buy for like an Afghan,
Yes.
and then you see a picture of the Afghan on the instruction book there.
Yes.
My mom was making those blankets for the company and taking pictures, and so in the 90s there, if you saw a bunch of those, odds are my mom might have made some of those.
That is awesome.
And so the blankets, she's passed away and but for their years there, she was doing this deal where she was making the blankets, taking pictures, and they were using them for the books. And
That
she
is
would, Yeah, it was kind of
awesome.
neat.
Wow.
So, she was way into crocheting. So
Oh,
I know exactly how that
We have
goes.
a couple of crocheters.
Yeah.
We sure do.
We have
We have a
artists
quilter.
coming in, quilters.
A quilter.
Well, those are all arts
Painters.
that we have less and less people doing it now.
Exactly.
And so hopefully come here. Maybe you can inspire the next generation to maybe pick up the quilting or picking up crocheting or picking up some of these.
It's a lost art.
Especially
really
the
is.
sewing side of things, those crafts and things. And unfortunately, fortunately and unfortunately, technology's kind of changed the way because now quilting was all done by hand. Now they've got sergers and these machines that they do. And don't get me wrong, there's a great place for those, but there's something to be said about a handmade quilt or handmade item that wasn't done on a machine, that was done by thread needle or by yarn and needle here, and
Yes.
and that's and that's the beauty of it. And don't get me wrong, sure. Technology, why not? If you can work smarter, not harder, sometimes that's great. But sometimes the old methods are the best methods.
Some of that can be soothing. I've learned how to sew just here recently, and I find it relaxing.
Well, I'm pretty sure the quilting circles were the therapy sessions for many, many years in
I
this
think
country.
so. I think so.
You want to? How do we deal with mental health? Yeah, sewing circles.
Sewing circles, yeah. Crochet circles.
And guys were
Really
hanging,
mad at my husband, you know.
and guys were hanging out back, drinking beer in front of the campfire, just kind of doing the same thing. They're just doing something constructive. We're doing something deconstructive. The only difference.
That's the only difference, right?
But please make some time this Friday or Saturday to come out to the fairgrounds here, and I guarantee there is so much to take. To be honest, you might want to try to make both days because it's unique art and craft. So you come Friday morning, you might see a certain set of things, and you might come back the next day, and you're going to see some things, but some very different things, know. And so that's the beauty of it. And of course, the thing I love about it, these are all local vendors. I mean, not local. Some are local, some are in the region, but
They're all handmade.
They're all handmade, but they're also all mom and pop. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So
Yes,
if you're
there
wanting
is.
to talk to them about the craft, if you want something personalized or something, I love
Yes.
this, but can you do it with this?
They do.
Most of them all do all that kind of stuff.
sure
And
can.
so if you're trying to get a unique gift or get something specific for yourself or somebody else, you have a building full of people that do just that.
Exactly.
So come and talk to them.
Exactly.
Excuse me.
Exactly.
Yeah,
we have
it's-
quite a few people that they come back and the vendors leave here with orders
Yeah.
for Christmas.
And that's the thing. I bet many connections are made and orders
They
are
are.
bought after they bought some here and then a dish breaks or they're like, ooh, someone loved that and say, can I get one?
Can I
Oh,
get
let me give you the number of the person who
And
does
they do.
that.
I mean, they just make connections.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah.
It's been wonderful.
It's just a cool thing. If you've never been a part of it, then come try it for the first time this year. If
Yes.
you've been years past, then you know exactly what I'm talking about here. It's just a great opportunity to come and see a whole bunch of great Christmas and holiday-themed things. Not all of it's holiday-themed. If you're just looking for regular items, too, that you don't want for the holidays, there's a bunch of that, too.
We have some new people that are coming in. This is stuff that I've never really seen before, and it's new to me, is journaling, junk journaling. Then we have a couple of vendors that...
I'm not familiar. Kind of tell me.
It's just, they get a journal and they decorate it.
Okay.
And
so it's kind of a phase and upcycle, recycled art kind of thing.
And it's just that they make them just absolutely gorgeous.
Interesting.
This
is a step above taking the Reader's Digest and making the angel or the turkey out of it, like we did in school. Okay, just checking.
And just the things that
you're showing your age. You were showing
just
your
a little
age.
bit.
I don't know what she's talking about.
It's like, I never did that in school. What do you mean? We were on our computers.
Exactly. Then we have some young kids coming in. We have a group of young gentlemen that come in, and they make their own. One makes his own jerky.
They blow me away. Some of the great stuff these kids do.
And then
they're freeze dried.
They make freeze dried, candy.
Yeah, that's a new trend now.
Yeah,
freeze drying candy, and I'm not all familiar with it, but I know it's like a trend now.
And I'm just impressed.
It's great. You put it in your mouth and just kind of.
Interesting. So is it like Jolly Ranchers and that hard candy, or is it more like chocolate?
We tried Skittles. Skittles. They were like small Skittles.
So something you can chew.
Yes.
Not necessarily.
And it just kind of disintegrates. In your mouth. Yeah. And then a young gentleman makes his own mixtures of tea.
Interesting.
And these are young men. I'm just really impressed with them.
Using like science and technology to make art.
Yeah.
I love that. That's pretty cool. By the way, I'm showing my age again, but I wonder if they did it with a Werther's, how that would turn out.
Oh.
Because I do love a good Werther's. The Werther's
I love
caramel.
Werther's, yes.
Those things
I don't know if that would be conducive.
I feel like you got to be over 50 to buy them now, but when you do have them, they're good.
I was just going to say I like them, but Werther's?
That's right. Some of your grandparents gave you. They had a bowl of them sitting on a table somewhere.
I remember those.
My grandmother loved Mary Jane candy. I don't know if you remember that. It was a chewy caramel, do you remember Sugar Daddies back?
Yes.
They were like a precursor to those.
Oh, wow.
And I remember
Mary Jane's.
Mary Jane's. I know that sounds like marijuana nowadays.
Yeah,
but,
I wasn't going to say that.
But
I
they were
don't
candy
remember that
called. Yeah. But I just remember getting a couple and trick-or-treating.
Yes.
And then Grandma would be like, "No, give me the Mary." And I didn't care about them, so I'm like, "Have them all you want, Grandma. I want the M&Ms. I don't want the Mary Jane or whatever
Mary
your
Jane
ancient
stuff.
candy is."
Exactly. A lot of our candy is coming back, though.
It is. It's making a resurge here a little
bit. It sure
bit.
is.
Yeah.
I have found some for my grandkids. We have these little cigarettes. You remember the little candy
Oh
cigarettes?
yeah, I remember those.
That you would blow out. And the smoke
it would
come
make
out.
a little puff of dust or whatever.
Open
for
it
smoke.
up and it was gum.
Yeah. Get him from the ice cream man.
He sure did.
Yeah. I wonder why we were weird when we were kids.
What a horrible example. Here, smoke a cigarette.
Here, go smoke your candy cigarettes and play with your lawn darts.
Exactly. But we had the best music, though.
This is true. Well, we had to have something, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. We're busy killing each other with candy cigarettes and lawn darts.
What a way to go. What a way to go.
Yeah, absolutely. But again, this weekend, this Friday and Saturday, if you wait till Sunday, you missed.
Yep.
So come out. Sundays for church and football. It's Friday and Saturday for holiday magic.
For holiday magic, absolutely.
Now, I understand you're allowed to break away from the show to go to the Wool Bowl Saturday afternoon, but then come right back afterwards to get you some, I'd say pumpkin roll, but I don't know if they were going to be around by then, but get you some the goodies, cookies, and all the other good stuff, too. If anybody has any questions about anything, what's probably the best place to steer them? Would be online or a phone number? Or
We have our phone numbers. We also have at Holiday Magic at outlook.com. They can reach us.
Okay.
At our email address.
And then, of course, you can always do, the Facebook Holiday Magic, and you can see all the information
and
there.
Messenger,
that you
we
need.
have Messenger that they can go through on on our Facebook page.
Good deal.
And they can just shoot us a
technology
message.
wonderful.
It is. It is when it works in your favor.
It really is. Exactly.
But when it doesn't work just slightly, you're like, that window's not big enough for you to throw it out of. But come out. If you've never been before, trust me. I'm a dude, and I don't care about
What
crafts.
day are you coming?
It'll be Saturday, because Friday I'm pretty swamped here. But
We'll be looking for you.
yeah, absolutely. But definitely come check it out. There's so many cool things. And a matter of fact, they've given me a few passes I'm going to give away here the next day or two. Be listening. Be listening for your chance. I'm going to make you work for it. So hold on.
Exactly.
But yes, we'll be listening for your chance to win a pass to which, by the way, again, because like I said at the very beginning, your admission fee, the $2 admission fee, that benefits many youth groups, again, including the Assurance Home, the First Tee of Southeast New Mexico, Royal Family Kids Camp, Christian Outreach Ministries, the Eastern New Mexico State Fair, the 4-H programs, and both of our high schools here in Roswell. All that admission fee benefits that. So I'll give you a free pass, but pay $2 anyway, because all that's going back to the kids.
Exactly.
So
that's exactly.
But if you can't afford that and you want to come and do a little Christmas shopping, so by all means, come and would love to have you come and do it.
Yeah.
Mike, thank you for the opportunity.
Anytime. Thank you. And thank you for the cookies. Those will not last long.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I'm
Share.
glad you left them here, because if they're in that room, I probably wouldn't even see them.
We've already told the other guys are here, so share.
I would know to be honest, I wouldn't even know they existed, to be honest. They would have been gone and consumed and the evidence removed. Yeah. Right. What y'all been eating?
Yeah,
What's the crumbs there? Nothing. We found something on the floor. We ate it. Okay. Thank you, ladies. Appreciate it. And don't work too hard. Get some rest. I imagine Sunday's kicking your feet up day for you guys. I was like, no, we got.
Not really. We got to go clean
Oh,
up.
that's right. So maybe Monday. Maybe by Monday.
Starting Monday.
Yeah.
We'll work out.
Well, some young backs want to help out cleaning up on Sunday.
That's exactly right. Give us a call.
Hey, maybe we can work for a pumpkin roll thing or something, maybe. Hey, that's
That
good.
means that you will come and
That's
help
good
us.
incentive. I might show up for that. That's a good incentive. I'm just saying. So, thank you, ladies.
We appreciate it.
Anytime.
Thank you for your time,
we look forward to hopefully, maybe we should you should do it like a summer one, and then we just have you back in the summer to do this. She's like, no. Holiday magic in July.
Oh my goodness.
Ask Vera.
Yeah. It's like, no, we're good.
We're good.
We'll see you guys.
All right, thank you.
It is 8:51. Let's pause for some news and commercials to pay for lunch. Don't go away. We'll be back.
In some capacity, the NBA, a couple weeks into the season at least. College basketball games are on. What about high school basketball? The Goddard Lady Rockets are ready to go. They're going to be the first one for the county teams to get started, and it's going to be on Saturday. Goddard will play host to Deming at 3:30, and then they'll play Tuesday at home against Gadsden, and starting at 5:30. The Lady Rockets last year were 15-13 overall, 4-2 in district play behind Port Hallis. They lost in the first round of the state tournament to Moriarty, a game where Alexis Sandoval had 31 points. Well, Alexis has graduated along with 4 other seniors. Erica Cannon is back, among others. She's averaged 10 points a game last season. The Sports Report brought to you by DSI. Call DSI for all your office technology needs. I'm Eric Butler at Roswell's Talk FM 106.5.
With the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Bill Alexander. U.S. retail sales increased more than expected in October as households stepped up purchases of motor vehicles and a range of other goods, suggesting consumer spending picked up early in the fourth quarter, which could help to support the economy. Shares of companies tied to former President Donald Trump reversed course to fall on Wednesday following a recent rally in the run-up to him launching a bid to regain the presidency in 2024. Shares of Digital World Acquisition, the blank check company looking to take Trump's social media venture, Truth Social, public, fell 4.8% in early trading. The stock was 10% higher in pre-market hours. President Vladimir Putin urged the Russian government on Wednesday to control car prices, as one industry head said Western sanctions could send annual sales crashing to below 1 million for the first time since records began. For the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Bill Alexander in Washington.
This is the owner of Trustmark Roofing, and nothing makes us happier than telling our customers no. As in, no pricing games. We give you a guaranteed price and then we stand by it. No surprises, no gotchas. No obscurity. We don't just tell you what's wrong with your roof. We record our inspections and show you. No lemons. We install premium roofing materials from top brands like Owens Corning. No shortcuts. We're in the 2% of roofers with the Owens Corning Preferred Contractor Certificate for our local area. This means we offer precision installation and the longest warranties. Want a beautiful new roof that's built to last? Choose Trustmark Roofing, the roofer that loves to tell our customers no. For an estimate, call us at 575-755-ROOF or find us online at trustmarkroofpros.com.
Trustmark Roofing, we put people first.
Hey, if you signed up for health insurance, then you know how great it is to be able to see a doctor, get medications, and know that your health is completely covered. Well, now's the time to re-enroll, switch coverage, or even switch insurance carriers if you'd like, because now health insurance is more affordable than ever. Be sure you're receiving the level of coverage and savings you deserve. Visit BeWellNM.com today to re-enroll and to see how much more you can save.
Fall is here, but it's not too late to get to Graves Farm and Garden and stock up on green chili in mild, medium, or hot, as well as dried red chili, perfect for Thanksgiving and seasonal recipes. Plus, firewood by the cord, delivered and stacked. Now's the time to stock up on hay bales with Sudan and alfalfa in both small and large bales. And the Graves Farm store is open Monday through Saturday, 8:30 to 5:30, and Sundays 1 to 5. 7.5 miles south of Roswell on the Old Dexter Highway. Graves Farm and Garden, where locally owned means locally grown.
The average American spends 2.5 days a year looking for lost items. We aren't sure how long Europeans and Asians look for lost stuff. We lost the list. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is closing in on 8 o'clock. Town Hall News coming up here in just a few seconds. Stay tuned next hour, about 8:15 or so. Juanita Jennings, Public Affairs Director for the City of Roswell, will join us, give us an update what's happening in and around the city. And then in the 9 o'clock hour, we'll have the folks from the Historical Society talking about their big event on December the 15th. So that's coming up later in the show. You're listening to 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM, KEND, Roswell, New Mexico. We'll be back on the other side of news. Don't go away. Por favor.
News this hour from townhall.com. I'm Greg Clugston in Washington. Former White House speechwriter Michael Gerson has died of cancer. Gerson wrote for President George W. Bush and later was an evangelical Christian voice on the editorial pages of the Washington Post. He wrote columns about conservative politics and religious faith. Gerson was 58. It took more than a week after the elections to confirm, but it's now official. Republicans have flipped the House and will take back control in January.
Republicans are projected to win a majority of seats in the House of Representatives, gaining control of Congress's lower chamber after 4 years of Democratic rule. The Associated Press called the 218th seat for Republicans, projecting California Republican Mike Garcia to win re-election around 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time Wednesday, more than a week after Election Day. The unusually stretched out period of uncertainty about House control punctuated Republican disappointment over election results. GOP leaders from the day after the election onward, though, argued that a win is a win. Bernie Bennett, Washington.
Former Vice President Mike Pence feels voters are looking for something new.
Former Vice President Mike Pence, in an AP interview, says the Republicans' disappointing midterm shows voters are searching for new leaders. He also talked about the attack on the U.S. Capitol as Congress was acting to certify President Joe Biden's election. He says he watched cell phone video of the mob breaking into the building and rampaging inside.
I couldn't help but think, not this, not here. Not in America.
Pence adding,
I believe everyone that rioted at the Capitol needs to be held to the strictest account of the law.
Just after Donald Trump announced a third run for the White House, Pence wouldn't say if he thinks the former president is fit for the job. Tim McGuire, Washington.
Still no identified suspect in the weekend slayings of 4 University of Idaho students in a rental house near campus. Russian airstrikes inflicting more damage on Ukraine today. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Charlie Dombeck here from Key City Capital. As a practicing CPA for nearly 30 years, I have found that 80% of your ability to grow your wealth is dependent upon 2 factors, taxes and investment performance. At Key City Capital, we improve investment performance by diversifying capital into off-market investment opportunities in passive rental real estate and alternatives like asset-backed lending. We recover dollars that clients unnecessarily pay in the form of income taxes, creating a lifetime annuity of savings. We are a sponsor of passive, affordable single and multifamily residential rental investments, which are located in Sunbelt landlord-friendly states. These investments are the top choices in a rising interest rate and inflationary environment. They represent a store of value, protecting your capital from market volatility. Learn how we at Key City Capital can help you ultimately grow your wealth rapidly. Connect with me at keycitycapital.com or give me a call at 817-912-1569.
High inflation has led to a pullback in retail shopping. Macy's reports declines in profits and sales for the fiscal third quarter.
Despite the disappointing results, they beat Wall Street expectations. The New York-based company raised its earnings outlook in part due to better credit card revenue. The department store chain said it earned net income of $108 million for the 3-month period ending October 29th. That compares with $239 million for the year-ago period.
Correspondent Jeremy House says Macy's isn't alone. Third quarter sales at Kohl's fell nearly 7%. You might see some striking workers at Starbucks today. Workers at more than 100 U.S. stores planned walkouts to coincide with Starbucks' annual Red Cup Day. That's when the company gives free reusable cups to customers who order a holiday drink. News and analysis at townhall.com. An investigation continues into yesterday's incident of an SUV ramming into a group of Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department recruits during a training run. About 24 of them were injured.
As soon as the accident happened, the chaos, that ensued, it said it looked like an airplane wreck. There were so many bodies scattered everywhere in different states of injury that it was pretty traumatic for all individuals involved.
Audio courtesy of KABC. L.A. County Sheriff Alex Villanueva says the 22-year-old driver was tested for drunk driving, but the results came back negative. Authorities say the accident happened in the L.A. suburb of Whittier. Wall Street stocks in the red in early trading this morning. At last check, the Dow is down 263 points. The NASDAQ off by 154. I'm Greg Clugston. More on these stories at townhall.com.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man in this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The travel listen, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 6 minutes after 8 o'clock. Welcome to hour number 2.
The Deuce.
Oh, Mornings with Mike Winters, right here on 106.5 Roswell Talk FM. Happy Thursday, everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Hope you're having a good one. You know, we didn't even talk about the earthquake yesterday.
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah, we didn't even get to that last hour. Mm-hmm. We were all sitting here in the studio.
Yeah.
Well, Sean was in his studio.
I was in my office, and Mike and Tanner were in here. Or you and you and Tanner? Or you and
yeah, me and Tanner. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we're sitting here in your studio. And I was doing some work, and I just felt my desk move. I looked over. I was like, it felt like somebody pushed my desk. And I have a heavy desk. It's like this table. It doesn't move.
Right.
So to feel that move was very off-putting. And I look outside. I'm like, was it wind? Did the wind blow or something? And yeah, sure enough, it was an earthquake.
Well, yeah, we confirmed
the after effects of it. Yeah.
Well, and Tanner and I were sitting here talking. And I remember just kind of sitting here, and he's talking, And I remember feeling, it almost felt like when you're sitting in your car on a windy day and it kind of hit and you feel the...
Yeah, you feel the jet.
Yeah. Or if you're on the highway there, pulled over and car passes you kind of thing. I was sitting there and it felt kind of like that. And I felt it. And as I felt it, Tanner goes, whoa. And then you yell, did y'all feel that? And I think you said is that the wind?
Yeah.
And
you looked outside. The trees weren't moving at all. So.
And Tanner was like, no, it's not windy. And I said, yeah, that felt seismic. And then Tanner got on his phone, and then sure enough, he saw that there in Pecos, Texas, they had the 5.2 or 5 or whatever it was.
What's great about something like this happening in 2022 is if you didn't feel it, go on Facebook about 5 minutes after the fact.
Yeah.
And you can read. Everybody was talking about it.
Well, and our boss missed it.
Yeah,
like he was in Artesia, which they felt it in Artesia.
Well, I gather it was a 5.5 magnitude seismic event that happened in Pecos, Texas.
Yeah, which is they're closer than we are to that point. So
right.
So we called and everyone else felt it, but Gene was doing something else and he wasn't in the office. And they didn't even notice it where he was at. And
well, my kid's mom thought it was a city truck because, they drive by a lot and rumble things. So she thought that was what it was.
Okay.
Other people straight up didn't feel it at all.
My wife texted me right after. It's like, y'all feel that? And so they felt it at Berendo.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was. And I've heard reports in Carlsbad all over. They people, and then of course we shared what we had, and it got shared about 50, 60 times, and some people were chiming in. I heard it where I felt it where I'm at.
Everybody has to chime in. I was cleaning a dish.
Yeah.
I was really cleaning it, and then the rumble happened. I set the dish down and tried to figure out what was happening.
But that's to be honest, that's the first one I've been in that I felt and remember.
Same.
I've been in a couple allegedly, but I slept through them.
This is why
and I don't remember.
I don't think I would make it in a place like California, living close to an actual fault line where that stuff just happens, and normal Californians are just like, yeah, whatever. That was like line in the sand, mind changing. Yeah. I was like, oh my god, because we were on the second floor of a building.
Yeah,
I can't imagine what it was like on the 5th, 6th, or 7th floor.
I imagine it was a little more wavy up there.
Yeah, a lot more like whoa.
Yeah,
like in for example in Nick's office. Mm-hmm. I bet that was
up in the Sunwest.
Yeah, I bet
building.
that got some pretty good rumble.
I bet that up on the top floor there, they probably got waved around a little bit, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah,
but it was wild. It was wild, man.
But we all made it through the great earthquake of 2022.
That's right. So, but we were just sitting here and kind of happened, and then everybody, and then fortunately everyone just went back about their day a few minutes later.
It was fine after the fact. It was just like, I'd never felt that before. I never felt the ground inadvertently move.
Yeah.
Some people were saying it was fracking, but I don't think there was enough fracking.
Well, they said there's fracking up in that area where it happened, so I don't know. I don't know about it all. I'm no genius.
Yeah, I'm not a geologist.
All I know is I felt rumbling.
I'm no geologist. I just play one on TV.
That's right. I slept at a Holiday Inn Express, wherever it is.
There you go.
Yeah. Let me give you the rundown for this hour of the show. Here in just a few minutes, we'll get you up to date with the weather. Then here about 8:15, I know Sarah Bradley's here. I'm not sure if Juanita's coming with her or but we'll talk with the city here and get an update on things going on there. And then later on this hour, we'll get you up to date with the news of the local variety, along with your Wall Street business update and whatever else we can come up with for this hour of the show. Hey, we got another dance coming up Saturday night. This Saturday night, November 19th, Cibolo Springs will be playing at Westminster Presbyterian Church this Saturday from 6 to 9 p.m. They're located at 2801 West 4th Street. They're going to be in the Fellowship Hall. Admission is $5 per person. Dance to Cindy Richardson's 50s and 60s rock and roll or Marvin Roberts' country western as well. There'll be refreshments for the dance and a baked ham dinner and more. Cost is just $5. So for ham dinner and a night of dancing and everything per person, if you bring a date, pretty affordable night for a good time here. But that's this Saturday night, 6 to 9 p.m. at Westminster Presbyterian Church, 2801 West 4th. Come on out and enjoy Cibolo Springs and delicious ham dinner and dance and enjoy the music and all that. So another fun time. All right, it is 12 minutes after 8. Let's go ahead and get you up to date on the weather.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Getting cold over the next couple of days with a cold front dropping in from the Rockies and Central Plains. Mid-50s and sunshine today. It looked pretty good. Then we'll have some clouds coming in for the overnight hours. Our low dropping into the upper 20s. A little bit of drizzle possible on Friday and our high in the mid-30s and cloudy. And then on Saturday, we'll have a mix of sun and clouds. We're back in the low 40s, sunny and 50 Sunday. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Thank you, Steve. Currently 31 degrees here in Roswell. Humidity is at 67%. Winds at the moment out of the south at 3 miles per hour. Sunny today, 57 for a high. Enjoy it because that will change later in the week. Winds will be out of the southwest 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tonight, increasing clouds. Expect an overnight low of 26 degrees. Winds will be out of the north 5 to 10 after midnight, increasing 10 to 15 miles per hour. For you Friday, there is a slight chance of some drizzle after 11. Cloudy skies for the day tomorrow. High of only 38 with winds out of the north 10 to 15 miles per hour. Friday night, cloudy skies. Overnight low of 26 with east winds at around 5 miles per hour. Saturday, waking up to some areas of freezing drizzle before 11. Could see some rain for later in the day. Areas of freezing fog also when you wake up Saturday morning until about 11. Mostly cloudy, high of 42 on Saturday, so a smidge warmer than Friday. Winds out of the northeast 5 to 10. Looking at a 20% chance of precipitation for Saturday during the day. Mostly cloudy Saturday night, overnight low of 31 degrees. And then Sunday, mostly sunny, highs back near 50, 49. And then looks like next week's going to look a lot nicer for you Thanksgiving week. 57 on Monday, 61 Tuesday, 64 on Wednesday. So a little warmer and nicer hopefully next week. All right, it is 14 minutes after 8 o'clock. We're going to take about a 3-minute break, and then Sarah Bradley will join us with the city on the other side. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
Hi, this is Mikey, General Manager at Roswell Nissan. During this Thanksgiving season, Roswell Nissan would like to thank all of our valued customers and thank you for putting your trust and confidence in Roswell Nissan. Roswell Nissan will be closed this Thanksgiving to spend time with our families and back to regular business and burning off all that turkey and gravy on Friday. We know you have a choice when buying and servicing your vehicles. Thank you for choosing Roswell Nissan. We won't settle for less than what's best for you. Happy Thanksgiving from all of us at Roswell Nissan.
Fall is here, but it's not too late to get to Graves Farm & Garden and stock up on green chili in mild, medium, or hot, as well as dried red chili, perfect for Thanksgiving and seasonal recipes. Plus, firewood by the cord, delivered and stacked. Now's the time to stock up on hay bales, with Sudan and alfalfa in both small and large bales. And the Graves Farm store is open Monday through Saturday, 8:30 to 5:30, and Sundays 1 to 5. 7.5 miles south of Roswell on the Old Dexter Highway. Graves Farm & Garden, where locally owned means locally grown.
How often do you think your way is the best way? Every time, right? How often do you find out that your way isn't the best way, but you keep trying to make it right even when you know it isn't? More than we would like to admit, don't you agree? In Proverbs 3, Solomon says, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to him, and he will make your paths straight." Have you been relying on your own wisdom to live your life, but things just don't seem to be going very well? Are you lacking peace and contentment in your life? Maybe it's time to look to the Lord's wisdom to guide your life instead of your own. I'm not saying your life will be perfect when you follow Jesus, but you can find peace and contentment no matter what the circumstance. He leads you in the right way when you follow him every time. And even when life is hard, he will give you the strength and love to make it through.
Join us at the Country Club Road Church of Christ for worship at 10 a.m. on Sunday, located on the corner of Country Club and Washington in Roswell.
Hi, I'm Dr. Keon at Carabelli Dental. Same-day smiles are what we do. My passion is helping patients chew, talk, and live with confidence. That's why I'm one of the few doctors in the U.S. who can create beautiful same-day smiles with the latest digital implant technology. This procedure is life-changing. Just ask Sean.
Hi, I'm Sean. I've been that voice that you've heard on the radio for most of my life, but I'm also a dad to 2 amazing kids. I've had a million reasons to smile, but in all my old pictures, I was never smiling. Truth is that life of improper care and being dealt a bad hand genetically left me practically with no teeth. It affected everything from the way I ate, the way I talked, and of course how I interacted with people. And that's where Dr. Keon and Carabelli stepped in. They eased my fears. They explained every step of the process in a way that I could understand, and they made me feel almost like I was part of the team. And now, I can't stop smiling. I have so much more confidence, and I love looking in the mirror now. I can't explain how much of a difference Dr. Keon's dental implant process made for me.
Our team can help you find your smile too. Come see us at Carabelli Dental, 575-622-4455.
The average American spends 2.5 days a year looking for lost items. We aren't sure how long Europeans and Asians look for lost stuff. We lost the list. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 17 minutes after 8 o'clock, and joining us in studio this morning from the city of Roswell, marketing manager Sarah Bradley with us this morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you today?
Good.
Good.
I'm ready for Thanksgiving.
Ready for Thanksgiving, and how's about the weather? Is this something you're into or not into? Do you like colder weather, or are you more into our normal hot?
I'm in between. I'm more of like the fall, the cool.
Okay.
Because I don't really like the heat either.
Well, if next week's like 60s, like they're saying, so maybe that would be your wheelhouse, kind of like there's perfect. So
exactly.
Hopefully that's what happens next week.
I'm hoping so.
Yeah. Well, of course, folks that don't know, Juanita normally joins us this slot, but they join us each month, and we just kind of run down some of the different events and things that are happening around town, whether it's something city government related, or whether it's something at the zoo or the museum or stuff like that. So, and with the holiday seasons here, I know there's a whole bunch of stuff just kind of going on in and around the city here.
Yes.
So I guess I'll just let you get going on what you want to promote first here.
All right. So, I will kick it off. I know that it has been huge all over Facebook. I manage all of the social media pages. So, basketball registration for ages 9 to 12 is now open at the Recreation Center. It is open until December 31st.
Okay, so you got the rest of the year to get your children signed up.
Yes, so get those kids signed up. I know we've gotten tons of phone calls about when that age group is going to.
Is that one of the more popular participated is the basketball?
Yes, yes. I was going to say basketball for both the young and the older kids is highly participated in.
Okay,
so
good deal.
We've received lots of phone calls and messages about that, and so it's open. Register your kids.
So the earlier sign up, the better. That way we can guarantee get teams things. That we want to have.
Right.
I'm guessing too. With that comes always looking for more volunteers to be coaches and referees and things like that.
Exactly,
so,
which we will need.
All you adults out there, maybe or 18 up, I guess. Yeah. To depending on. Your age and things, especially for referees, you're doing a little running, maybe someone with a little stronger legs on that one. But always looking for coaches and youth mentors, because really these are at that younger age. You're teaching the rudimentary fundamentals of basketball.
Exactly.
But with that, you're also teaching life skills a little bit too, and how to be a teammate and how to work with in groups and things like that.
Right.
So
you,
if you like doing that, working with children, please volunteer, reach out. There is obviously background checks and processes and all that, but once all that's done, and you come have some fun with the kids and maybe get a little exercise for yourself while you're at it too.
Definitely.
Yeah. So reach out as well when they sign up kids and adults that wish to be coaches, or I imagine a lot of parents will want to sign up for those kind of things.
Yeah.
So.
And we do get quite a few, but we're always looking for towards the end, coaches and referees especially.
Yeah, it's great, especially for, like I said, if you're like 18 or whatever, and you're trying to, or going to college and doing something and looking for something to do community related for college or for anything, doing stuff like this is great for that. And it's kind of fun too. It beats clean up trash or doing something else.
Right. That's very true.
Yeah, it's like, I'll referee kids. That sounds more fun to me. So, but now through the end of the year, sign up, and you can go to roswellconnect.com and do it. You can also go in person to the Recreation and Aquatic Center and sign up there.
Or you can call. Their number is 575-624-6719.
Okay.
And they can register you that way if you're having difficulties registering your kid.
Very good. Perfect. Excellent. But be on. Now's the time. The window's open. The starting pistol's gone. Start signing up. So.
Yes.
Good deal. What's next on the list?
Okay, so next we have coming December 3rd.
Okay.
The Roswell Convention Center is going to be hosting their Cumbia Tacos and Tequila Festival.
Yeah, this was a meant. You got tried to do a little bit earlier, but logistics caused it to have to come. But so now it's gonna be coming up here December 3rd. Great cumbia music and of course tequila and food and all the kinds
everything
of stuff.
you could think of.
Entertainment.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mickey Cruz, I believe, is
Correct.
Is he the headliner or just
Yes,
one
he's
of
the
many?
headliner.
He's the headliner. Of course, Mickey's got quite a big following throughout New Mexico. I think Albuquerque is where he calls home, but
Yes,
he does.
I think so.
I believe you're right, but he does spend a lot of time in this part of our
Yeah.
country, our neck of the woods, performing and doing his thing.
Right.
So he's going to entertain and just, bring a date, bring a spouse, whatever, and
Go
come
with
and
your
have some fun.
girlfriends, your friends.
Yeah.
Have the time of your life. Tickets are on sale, holdmyticket.com.
Okay.
We do have a Chihuahua pageant contest.
Okay.
That all the information for the sign up for that is on the Convention Center Facebook page. But
The
as
Chihuahua
well
dog
as,
pageant?
Yes.
So if you got a Chihuahua.
Yes. Dress it up.
Okay.
Bring it. Send your pictures in. Register on our website.
Okay.
RoswellNM.gov.
Very good. That
Yes.
the city site, not
Yes.
the recreational site.
Correct.
Gotcha.
All of the information for that is on there, as well as the sign up form, how you can submit your photo, that kind of thing. So
Cool. So start plotting. I know there's a lot of people getting, because I've seen them. They'll be at the stores and they're in the pet costume section.
yes,
A, they have
Any
a
of
pet
those.
costume section. That's
Right.
surprising to me. But B,
right,
a lot of people do. So this is your chance to, brag a little bit and have
exactly.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that we're looking for ticket sales, hoping that we can fill the convention center up with tons of fun that night. So get your tickets early. The tickets will be available at the door as well, but we always highly encourage to go online and get your tickets
fun. Yeah,
early.
get them in advance. Like you said, you can go to Hold My Ticket and I guess search for like Cumbia and Tequila,
Yes.
Roswell, New Mexico,
Mhm.
and it should pop right up and then you can order your tickets. And,
Right.
And
or if you go to the Convention Center Facebook page,
There's a link
the
there,
link
too.
is there as well, as well as some of the information with the different things that are going on throughout the festival.
Perfect. Very good. But get your tickets and give them as a gift over Thanksgiving or an early
Right.
Christmas gift, and say, hey, don't free up December 3rd. We're going to go have a night of music and dancing and entertainment. And
Exactly.
fun.
And good food.
Yeah, and great food. Yeah.
Yes.
If you walk away
Always.
hungry, you did it wrong. Very good. But December 3rd, that's
Yep.
actually just a few weeks away, folks.
Exactly.
It's
So
not that
let's,
far away.
Yeah, we would love to see tons of people there. This is something new. We're working alongside the Roswell Hispano Chamber of Commerce. So, hoping that we can get some great community involvement and get people there.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun, and Baker Crew's going to be there, so it's going
Right.
to be a good time.
Right.
Good deal. Excellent. What's next we want to let folks know about?
Okay, so this Saturday,
Okay.
November 19th, the Roswell Adult Center is having their old-fashioned hoedown dance.
So a little dance?
Yes, starting at 6:30, $5 per person or $9 per couple.
Okay.
You can register at roswellconnect.com
Okay.
or head over to the Adult Center to get your tickets, or you can call 624-6718 and get registered that way.
So they doing like line dancing or square dancing or something? Or 'cause I hear
country
hoedown,
music, I was going to say that's everything.
Okay.
Anything and everything.
Just a boot scoop
Yes,
night of
exactly.
country music. Okay, I didn't know if it was, the square dancing or line or something more
Right.
kind of formalized.
Yeah.
Or group. You need a group to get her done. I didn't know if because I'm a little older than Sarah and others. We hear hoedown and you take your partner around and around.
That's kind of what I thought. I was like, okay, I've got this.
Do-si-do to the left.
Yeah.
Which is fun too.
Right.
Cool, but that's this Saturday,
Mhm.
and that's at the Adult Center.
Yes.
Very good. And then you can get tickets online at roswellconnect.com.
Right.
Can you get tickets at the door as well too?
Yes,
for that
you
one
can.
as well.
Yes.
So if you don't like doing internet stuff, just come on down Saturday
Right.
night, pay at the door, and then have some fun,
Right.
dance, and get your country swerve on. And I imagine there'll be snacks and food and all
Yes.
kinds of fun stuff. It's a gathering. Anytime it's a
exactly.
gathering, it's got to be food and merriment. So.
Well, and it's, 18 and older. We're trying to get, the younger adults.
Sure. We have a lot of stuff for kids.
Exactly.
But we don't have like 20-somethings
Right.
or, single adults that are looking for a place to socialize and have fun and in a fun place. This is an event for folks like that.
Exactly.
That being said, if you love a good hoedown and then your mom, you've been married 20 years or 2 years or 10,000 years, doesn't matter. Come on and have some fun. But yeah, if you're looking to meet somebody, come on down. We're hoping to find some people to meet you too. So.
Yes.
Good deal. Excellent. Again, this Saturday night at the Adult Center. And that starts at 6:30?
Yes.
Okay, very good.
6:30 to 9:30.
Excellent. So, yeah, you're done. And then by 9:30, if you're ready to go home or ready to, round 2, whatever it is, you got time to do it.
Yeah.
Good deal. What's next on the radar?
Next, we have our pre-critters at the Spring River Zoo this weekend.
Okay.
I say this weekend, but Friday, tomorrow, November 18th from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m.
Okay.
If you have a toddler between the ages of 3 to 5 years old, bring them in, crafts, stories, and animal encounters.
Oh, cool. So a little fun, zoo experience kind of thing.
Yes.
For kids younger, more
Right.
age appropriate. What
Right.
time does that start again?
At 9 a.m.
9 a.m. tomorrow morning. Just
It
come on
may
out.
be very chilly. We're
Probably
trying.
going to be.
Yeah, with the pre-critters as well as our keeper chats that happen every weekend that we have starting at 11. Those are mostly determined by weather.
Gotcha.
And
If the weather is not cooperating.
Right.
So check online before you head out tomorrow.
Yes, the zoo's Facebook page, Spring River Zoo.
Okay.
Check on our
Yeah.
Facebook page because we will be updating there. And the information with the animals, what
Okay.
animals we'll be having animal encounters with, that kind of thing, that all goes to the Facebook page.
Perfect. Well, that's a good thing to like and follow anyway, is obviously if you live here in Roswell, I think
Right.
you should, the city government Facebook page is always one, but the one for the zoo and the museum and the recreation, these are all ones you should like and follow as well. That way especially if you utilize these facilities,
Right.
that way anytime there's a change or an update or an addition or a new event or special event, one of the first ways to know about that is through their social media.
Exactly. Because our city Facebook page is more geared towards, the government stuff. And
Yes.
so we try and update our other pages as often as possible
Sure.
with all of the new programming and events that we have to update the community.
Yeah, absolutely. So I encourage you to like and follow those that, if you need excuse just to make sure that if you're still having the fun at the zoo tomorrow.
Right.
But like and follow it anyway. And that way you're up to date all the time when stuff's going on. Or if you have questions or.
Exactly.
How many times events we all get on Facebook or whatever you're on and scroll and like, oh, that's this weekend. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
And so it's great to get last minute reminders about things because we all get busy and life
Yes.
happens. You're like, oh, is that this weekend? I forgot about that. So,
Right.
So that way it's always a constant reminder in between your picks of food and political rants.
Yeah.
So. Very good. Well, that'll be fun. So hopefully, I got to be honest though, the weather's not looking good for tomorrow. So
I know. And
so
this
be
cold.
warned.
Yes.
Call ahead. It sounds like Saturday actually might be a little worse than Friday, but
Yeah.
At least you might be dry tomorrow.
Yeah.
But it might be cold.
Yeah.
But little animals and little kids don't do well in cold. So,
I know.
So we
Or adults either.
Or adults either, but the little ones really
Yes,
don't
yeah.
do well in it. So we need to act accordingly there. But hopefully, knock on wood, maybe we'll get a little window in the morning where it'll before the nasty weather comes in and the kids can go and participate here.
Right.
So. But if not, then we'll do it again in another time here when
Yep.
the weather permits.
They
So.
do them once a month. The pre-critters once
Okay.
a month. The keeper chats again are every weekend, weather permitting.
Okay. So is it like the third Friday of the month or something? Or?
Yes.
Okay.
I think.
So is this the third Friday or the fourth Friday? I can't remember now.
I think it's the third.
Third Friday.
Yeah.
Okay. I know this is one of those weird months where it's like Wednesdays at
Right.
the start of the month. But yeah, again, like and follow, and that way you can kind of stay up
Right.
to date anyway. So good deal. What's next we want to talk about?
So next and last but not least is our Light Up the Night Run with the Roswell Recreation Center.
Cool.
It's our 5K, kind of taking place of the, what was it? The reindeer
Oh, the
run?
reindeer run.
Yes.
Yeah. This is kind of the
will
new version of
Yes.
that. Okay.
So this will take place December 9th at 6 p.m. $29 per person, and this will be at the Cielo Grande Recreation Area.
Perfect.
So we encourage everyone, wear all your light up gear.
Yeah.
I know that they have those necklaces with the Christmas lights.
Can you still get those glow sticks that you crack and shake?
Yes.
Yeah, get a bunch of those
Yep.
and decorate yourself with
Decorate
them.
yourself up and come run with us. It's a 5K. You can register at roswellconnect.com. But again, information is on our social media page, the Parks and Recreation Facebook page, but also the city website as well.
Awesome. Excellent. So yeah, come out and have some fun. It's a fun run. You can treat it as seriously or as recreational as you want it.
Exactly.
So if you want to, really run it and try to match your best time and all that, then you have fun. Do it. Just light yourself up while you're doing it.
Exactly.
Maybe some aerodynamic lights.
Right.
but if you're just there to socialize, have some fun, get a little exercise, love come and bring your friends and y'all do it as a group. Theme it, costume it up.
Right.
And
Exactly.
As long as you light it up. Have some fun with it. Maybe be, you know what I'd like to see? Tron, the movie Tron from the 80s, and they rebooted it. I think this would be a good event to wear your Tron costumes.
Right.
If people have those lying around. And reaching that trunk, that old Tron costume you have in there. But I think if people ought to dress up characters or things that we kind of know for being lit like that or kind of lit up. That'd be kind of fun, I think.
Right. Well, as a Christmas tree, wrap lights around.
Sure,
however,
do the holiday theme.
Yes.
Absolutely. If you want to go.
The course will be lit up along the way. Runners will receive a light up necklace and an event medal.
Okay.
And then after the run is over and winners or time is announced, they will be having hot cocoa and a little event in the same area.
Okay.
So
that's kind of like a little social event afterwards kind of thing. So you want to hang out and warm up
have
with
some hot cocoa and
man, did you see that guy running? You do what? Yeah, it's a lot of fun. So so have some fun, and that's December 9th?
Yes, correct. And it starts at 6 p.m. At the Cielo Grande Recreation Area.
Okay, so you meet out there, and you can sign up at RoswellConnect.
Yes.
.com to pre-register.
Mm-hmm.
I know they a lot of times they will take registrations the day of and at the event.
Right.
But for the sake of, I just know how 5Ks run and how are operated.
Right.
That's the word I should use. They run like every other one with their legs, but how it's operated, and it really helps them when people pre-register.
Right.
For that.
It does.
Because
making sure that we have the medals and
the
the necklaces enough for everyone. Because I do know, it's hard to not have stuff to be able to give to those who register at the last moment.
Yeah, because people like the T-shirts and the
Right.
collectibles that kind of come with a 5K is
Right.
kind of their badge of honor, saying, "Yeah, I participated in a 5K. I did that.
I completed it.
That's right. I ran it. Yeah, I'm an athlete.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, it's a lot of fun. So do everyone a favor, pre-register. But if you wake up the 9th, the morning of, and you're like, oh, I forgot to register, don't worry about it. Come on down.
Exactly. We'll still take you.
Dress up, light up, and come have some fun with us. So, but it'll be 6 or 6:30. I forgot what you.
6
p.m.
Yes.
at Cielo Grande
Mhm.
Recreation Complex, December 9th. RoswellConnect.com is the website to register and get all ready for the event.
Right.
Perfect. All right. What else we got? Is that it?
I think that's it, at least on my list, but I highly encourage everyone to follow all of our Facebook pages because a lot of our programming and events will be posted to those pages as well as the city website.
Absolutely.
So to keep up to date, don't just follow the City of Roswell Facebook page. We've got the Spring River Zoo, Parks and Recreation page, Roswell Museum, the Roswell Public Library. They're always posting events. The Roswell Convention and Civic Center, they have a page, and their events go on that page as well. So
good deal.
We have tons of them, but I highly encourage everyone to follow those to stay up to date with each department.
Yeah, and the Roswell app there and all that stuff.
Yes, our See Roswell app.
See Roswell app is very useful. That's not just for tourists.
Right.
It's very much for locals because put it this way, how many times, we've all done it. I don't care how many of us done it. If you have more than one of you living in a house, this has happened before. Let's go out to eat. Where do you want to eat?
Yep.
I don't know. What's going to eat? That solves that problem because you just open it up and it's like, oh, and because not only do you get a list of all of our restaurants, but if they're doing specials or if they got, oh, don't forget it's margarita night or whatever it is, that app tells you all that stuff.
Right,
So
right.
It's just as useful for us locals as it is for people coming and visiting our community here. So,
Exactly.
So download it. I do want to ask, not usually around the holiday time here, folks like to do a little shopping with the city and pick it up, Roswell unique swag and things.
Yes.
Will there be some exclusive holiday stuff that we can anticipate
It's
coming
funny
up?
that you mentioned that because I was about to bring that up. Our
Okay.
Roswell Visitor Center is having a Black Friday, Cyber Monday sale online and in the store. I can't remember. They have a Facebook page, but I think it's 20% off.
Okay.
20 or 25. I
So if
can't.
you
Don't
got-
quote me on that.
Okay.
But they will be
Discounting
having
stuff.
yes.
And so,
And it's all the current swag that they have in there, but it's for all merchandise in the store.
Excellent. What time do they open? Do they open normal hours on
Yes.
Friday, or they won't have no one's getting up at 5 a.m. to open up the store?
No.
I don't blame you. I don't think I'd
Normal
want to.
business
Yeah,
hours.
good. But yeah, definitely come by. And by the way, if you've never been in the cool little visitor center here, because sometimes as locals, visitor center, I don't need that. I live
Exactly.
here. Go in there. I mean, they've done a lot of great updates and everything too, but there's so many resources for information. If you're trying to plan getaway or weekends around our town, not even just Roswell, if just for information about Chavez County or Lincoln County or our region here, that visitor center can help you with all of that stuff.
Right.
And so if you're looking for, I know we all get online and Google something to do, but it's kind of generic.
Yes.
And you have to whittle through a lot of stuff to find something that's more relevant to you.
Exactly.
Come to the visitor center and talk. That's what their staff's there for, is they help people find things to do. That's what they do.
And the the stuff that we get from surrounding communities, we try and hand out for those who do make stops through to head on out to other locations. But we do spend time encouraging not just the community but our tourists to go downtown, walk downtown, visit the shops.
Absolutely.
A lot of the other stuff that we have, the UFO museum and the spacewalk and everything like that. So.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's all in concert here. So
yes.
So definitely visit there and shop online or shop in the store here, especially if you've got. I know everyone on Christmas. I think all of us families that have family outside of Roswell or New Mexico, they all, give me some alien stuff, me, bring me something, and it's like, we have other stuff besides little green and gray men, don't
exactly.
you? But that's what you want. That's what we'll give you. So if you got those on your list, Roswell or anything that's Roswell themed, that people love that stuff, the visitor center or the online store version of it is going to help you out.
Right, and that's croswell.com.
Yeah.
So that's where you can go ahead and get your Roswell gear, and they're starting to get a lot of their new stuff in.
Okay.
We've got some new designs for shirts, magnets. I mean, Christmas ornaments, different kinds of things.
See, that's not a lot of people like to collect the Christmas because each year sometimes they're slightly different and things. So if you're a collector, the collector stuff's about to pop up onto the website and in the visitor center now.
Yeah.
Here, so.
Well, and we know magnets are pretty big lately, so we have quite a few different designs for those. So, and that's all going to be included in the sale for Black Friday and
cool.
Cyber Monday.
So hold out on Friday, and then amongst your shopping extravaganzas, good news is you don't have to get up early for this one.
Right.
Get up your normal time.
Yep.
Or get up early and hit the other ones, and then take a
shop downtown and then stop in at the Roswell Visitor
fuel
Center.
up at one of our downtown merchants, or
Yep.
eat up and then go hit the visitor center and the other stores. So.
Exactly.
Good deal. Again, if you have questions about anything we talked about, there's several different anything recreation related stuff at the aquatic center, recreation center, the zoo, the museum and art center, anything of that nature. RoswellConnect.com. That's where you go if you want to sign up for basketball. All of that. Roswell Connect is your source for all of that. If you want to pay your water bill or have questions for a city leader, or you want to know about infrastructure, bless you, or
Thank you.
or why wasn't your trash picked up, anything like that, it's roswell-nm.gov.
Correct.
And by the way, if you do have a track, because I've had one, because I live in a spot where it's kind of tucked in. So when we first moved in, and we called trash and said, "Hey, they forgot," and they come right out. They were amazing about it. By the way, they do great customer service. But so if you do get that, don't hesitate to call. They'll give you some information on that. So, and then the other thing I was going to mention was See Roswell is the other one to check out too. Good deal. Well, thank you, ma'am, as always.
Well, thank you.
And
I appreciate it.
We'll see you here next time, or unless Juanita's back.
Yeah. Whoever.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, ma'am. We'll see you next
Thank you.
time. All right. It is 8:42. We're going to pause for news and a quick commercial break. Don't go away.
Now your Pecos Valley News Update. I'm Jared Cirillo. The city of Roswell recently received the New Mexico Hospitality Association's Top Hat Award for Outstanding Event, recognizing the summer's UFO Festival, marking the 75th anniversary of the Roswell incident. The November 10th Top Hat stands for Hospitality and Tourism. The awards gala was in Albuquerque and celebrated those who have performed exceptional work to elevate the travel, tourism, and lodging industries across New Mexico. Also in Roswell, police are reminding everyone to heed some safety tips now that the holiday season is getting underway. If you plan to leave town, you should take some steps to protect your home and property while you're gone. Stop regular deliveries like mail or newspapers. If you've ordered gifts online, don't have them delivered while you're gone. Leave some indoor lights on or use a timer. And if you're planning to do some holiday shopping, remember not to leave your purchased merchandise or other valuables in plain sight in your car while you go into another store. Lock them in the trunk. You're up to date with local news headlines. I'm Jared Cirillo reporting.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. Astronauts are not allowed to eat beans before they go into space because passing wind in a spacesuit damages them. The suits or the astronauts. Here's Mike Winters.
With the Wall Street Business
Jennifer
Report,
here
I'm
from
Bill
Trustmark
Alexander.
Roofing,
US
and I
retail
know you've
sales
heard me
increased
say that
more
you
than
can trust
expected in
Trustmark,
October,
but I
as
want you to know
households
what
stepped
that
up
looks like in
purchases of
real
motor
life.
vehicles and
A
a
few
range of
years
other
ago, we
goods,
installed a beautiful
suggesting
new roof
consumer
for an
spending
older
picked
woman
up
who was
early in the
recently
fourth quarter,
widowed.
which
She
could
was an
help to
artist,
support
and
the
colors
economy.
were really
Shares of
important to
companies
her.
tied to
So
former
when she said
President
she
Donald
didn't
Trump
like
reversed
the color of
course
a
to
brand
fall
new
on
roof,
Wednesday,
we took
following
that
a recent rally
seriously.
in the
She had
run-up
picked the
to him
color and
launching
signed
a
off on
bid
it,
to
but I
regain
just kept
presidency
thinking,
in
if she's going to
2024.
walk
Shares
into
of
her
Digital
house every
World
day and
Acquisition,
be
the
disappointed,
blank check
then we're
company,
just going to
looking
redo
to take
it.
Trump's
So we did.
social
We
media
ripped that
venture,
beautiful
Truth
new roof
Social
off and
Public,
replaced it with a
fell
slightly different
4.8%
color, and
in early
she
trading.
was
The stock
thrilled.
was 10% higher
Yes,
in
it cost
pre-market
us quite a
hours.
bit of money to
President
make her
Vladimir
happy,
Putin
but I
urged
want you
the
to know
Russian
you can
government
trust
on
Trustmark
Wednesday
to make it
control
exactly
car
right
prices,
every
as one
time.
industry head
If you
said
have
Western
any roofing
sanctions
needs,
could
call
send
us at
annual sales
575-755-ROOF or find us online at TrustmarkRoofPros.com.
Business Report, I'm With the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Bill Alexander. U.S. retail sales increased more than expected in October as households stepped up purchases of motor vehicles and a range of other goods, suggesting consumer spending picked up early in the fourth quarter, which could help to support the economy. Shares of companies tied to former President Donald Trump reversed course to fall on Wednesday, following a recent rally in the run-up to him launching a bid to regain the presidency in 2024. Shares of Digital World Acquisition, the blank check company looking to take Trump's social media venture, Truth Social Public, fell 4.8% in early trading. The stock was 10% higher in pre-market hours. President Vladimir Putin urged the Russian government on Wednesday to control car prices, as one industry head said Western sanctions could send annual sales crashing to below 1 million for the first time since records began. For the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Bill Alexander in Washington.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Getting cold over the next couple of days with a cold front dropping in from the Rockies and Central Plains. Mid-50s and sunshine today. It looked pretty good. Then we'll have some clouds coming in for the overnight hours. Our low dropping into the upper 20s. A little bit of drizzle possible on Friday and our high in the mid-30s and cloudy. And then on Saturday, we'll have a mix of sun and clouds. We're back in the low 40s, sunny and 50 Sunday. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Jennifer here from Trustmark Roofing, and I know you've heard me say that you can trust Trustmark, but I want you to know what that looks like in real life. A few years ago, we installed a beautiful new roof for an older woman who was recently widowed. She was an artist, and colors were really important to her. So when she said she didn't like the color of a brand new roof, we took that seriously. She had picked the color and signed off on it, but I just kept thinking, if she's going to walk into her house every day and be disappointed, then we're just going to redo it. So we did. We ripped that beautiful new roof off and replaced it with a slightly different color, and she was thrilled. Yes, it cost us quite a bit of money to make her happy, but I want you to know you can trust Trustmark to make it exactly right every time. If you have any roofing needs, call us at 575-755-ROOF or find us online at trustmarkroofpros.com.
Trustmark Roofing, we put people first.
Hi, my name is Claude Childs, Service Director here at Roswell Ford. We understand that when your vehicle needs service, you have a lot of options, and sometimes it's hard to know who to trust. That's where I come in. My mission and the mission for the service department here at Roswell Ford is the best customer service experience and ensuring your absolute satisfaction. We have a brand new service team of master certified technicians to ensure that things are done right. Our goal is to make sure that every customer drives away with a smile on their face. And if you have diesel engines or a fleet of vehicles, our team is one of the premier service departments in the region for diesel and fleet repairs. To show you the Roswell Ford Service Department difference, we invite you in for a free diagnostic report on any Ford vehicle, regardless of year or model. We are ready to set a precedent and to show you what quality service looks like. So come see us at the Tailgate Nation, Roswell Ford.
Fall is here, but it's not too late to get to Graves Farm and Garden and stock up on green chili in mild, medium, or hot, as well as dried red chili, perfect for Thanksgiving and seasonal recipes. Plus, firewood by the cord, delivered and stacked. Now's the time to stock up on hay bales with Sudan and alfalfa in both small and large bales. And the Graves Farm store is open Monday through Saturday, 8:30 to 5:30, and Sundays 1 to 5. 7.5 miles south of Roswell on the Old Dexter Highway. Graves Farm and Garden, where locally owned means locally grown.
How often do you think your way is the best way? Every time, right? How often do you find out that your way isn't the best way, but you keep trying to make it right even when you know it isn't? More than we would like to admit, don't you agree? In Proverbs 3, Solomon says, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to him, and he will make your paths straight." Have you been relying on your own wisdom to live your life, but things just don't seem to be going very well? Are you lacking peace and contentment in your life? Maybe it's time to look to the Lord's wisdom to guide your life instead of your own. I'm not saying your life will be perfect when you follow Jesus, but you can find peace and contentment no matter what the circumstance. He leads you in the right way when you follow him every time. And even when life is hard, he will give you the strength and love to make it through.
Join us at the Country Club Road Church of Christ for worship at 10 a.m. on Sunday, located on the corner of Country Club and Washington in Roswell.
The average American takes 8 to 10,000 steps each day, and for those suffering from foot problems, each one can be agonizing. The podiatry team at Artesia General Hospital can help diagnose and treat foot and ankle conditions, including diabetic foot issues, arthritis, bunions, or other problems. Doctors Joseph Marino and Joseph Krupa are podiatrists specializing in wound care, fracture care, foot and ankle surgery, and more. Put your feet in good hands. Request an appointment at artesiageneral.com/podiatry APPT.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. China has more English speakers than the United States. They have more Chinese speakers, too. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 50 minutes after 8 o'clock. Got a few minutes here before the top of the hour. Stay tuned next hour. We're going to have the folks from the Historical Society join us.
Yes.
And they're going to be talking about their big drive-through fundraising event on December the 15th. Drive-through of lights. Going to have a delicious meal, of course, from the fine folks at Peppers.
Peppers. I'm going to get Miss Amy a T-shirt that says ABF.
ABF.
Always be fundraising.
Yeah.
I like it. She's always got something going on. They're busy over there at the Historical Society.
Yeah, they're going to be doing the lights and actually hot cocoa and all that kind of stuff. That's what. So I don't think they're doing the meal this time. I think it's just, or maybe, I don't know. We'll get, I got to be honest, I've been out of the loop for the last couple with life going on.
I get the feeling it's going to be a light show. It's the drive-through light show and then the dinner. And
well, it says special holiday gift bags for the first 50 cars, hot cocoa, Christmas treats, selfies with Santa, and more.
Ooh.
So, I know Santa, by the way.
I know him.
I know him.
Yeah?
I know him.
First name basis?
Yep.
Fred.
We're simpatico.
Mm-hmm.
Simpatico. Yes. We'll talk all about that next hour, though. So, something I was going to mention, and I just spaced right out of my head again.
If Santa Claus is Saint Klaus, right? So and his name is Klaus, right?
I guess depending on where you come from.
I don't know. I'm bad with dialects.
It depends on it. He's got different names. I do have I just remember what my question was.
Okay, what's your question?
Okay. So I was watching television last night.
As one does.
Yeah. And something happened in the show that kind of hit me with a, I wonder.
Okay.
So I have a question and this is you. This would be for someone like you.
All right.
Do single people that own a queen size or king size bed, do you sleep in the middle?
So it's funny. My bed is a California king.
Okay.
It's a big bed.
Okay.
I sleep mostly in the middle.
Really?
I've recently taken more to sleeping on one side versus the other. I will say this. I have never, not one time, slept on the far left side of my bed.
Okay.
That's basically the place where I just store my stuff while I'm sleeping.
Well,
because it's too far over to the end table, so I'll just put it on the bed.
Well, and the reason I asked, because I was watching TV, and I don't even remember what show it was I was watching, but I noticed the character was single and had a queen-size bed they slept in.
Right.
But they slept smack dab in the middle of the bed. And I'm like, is that normal? Because, like, I'm trying, like, I've been married for 20 plus years. I've slept with my wife.
And you have your side.
And I've always slept.
Sure.
So when I was single, as a kid, I had a single bed. I did have a double bed, but a double bed's just a big single bed. It's not like, I mean, you can put two people on it, but it's so I can see in the middle on that one.
Now, I will say.
But I've never owned a queen size bed or a king size bed as a single person and so and even like the nights that my wife's out of town or whatever and I'm sleeping alone, I'm not sleeping in the middle of the bed. I'm sleeping on my normal side.
Right.
So
and I'll tell you this.
I just kind of thought everyone slept on the side. Like if you got a king size bed and it's all yours.
Bear in mind,
you pick a side and sleep on it. I didn't know you realized.
I was married for 15 years, so I had my side, and I had and after that, after we had separated, I stayed on my side for a good long while, like on my side of the bed.
Gotcha.
And it just sort of over time, I was like, well, it's a big bed. I can just roll over.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I've just and as you said, I haven't really thought about it until you said it. Now I'm like, statistically, I start in the middle of my bed and I drift to one side throughout the night.
Okay.
The only thing is, with my bed, it's sort of like a little higher on one side than it is in the middle. So it's sort of like, I have to like fight against the hill. Almost.
Well, you got to sleep on the other side to even it out.
Right. Well, I don't know. I just don't feel right being on that side of the bed.
Can you flip the mattress?
No. I just feel like a guest in my bed when I'm on that side of the
Can
bed.
you turn the mattress?
Yeah,
the opposite direction.
I
so
could.
the hill's on your side, and then eventually wear it down to.
I could, but apparently, and I didn't know this until Melanie told me from Glenn's Furniture that there is a designated head of the bed and foot of the bed.
On
Like
the
when they
mattress?
design mattresses, the one side is meant to be the head of the mattress and one side is meant to be the foot.
I'm assuming the side that doesn't have the big tag, if it's got a tag, is the foot.
I think that's what it is. But
is there a difference in the fill?
I don't know. I don't necessarily. I'll say this: summertime, I was sleeping with my head at the foot of my bed. What would be the foot of my bed because that's where my air conditioner was.
I gotcha.
Since then, I flipped back over to the other way, and when I was sleeping that way, I noticed I was having a lot more back problems, a lot more soreness, a lot more stiffness. Since I've been sleeping in what's supposed to be this position, I feel a lot better. So I don't know if there's maybe some science to that. I'm sure there's some science to that. I don't know what it is, but
or it could be just mental.
But yeah, I have a side. I definitely have a side of the bed.
Okay.
I just drift in between that and the center.
Okay. I was just curious. I think I was.
It also depends on if my kids are there. Like the other night, both my kids had bad dreams, so I ended up with Hunter on one side, Rhiannon on the other. So it was like a Sean sandwich.
Okay. I'm just kind of curious, because to me, I just thought, I was like, that seems a little odd to me to have a big bed and then you sleep in the middle, because you kind of got to roll one way or another to get out of the bed if you need to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night or something. And it's just, I don't know. It just seems not. It sounds fun in a minute.
Even when I sleep center, I still sleep close enough to my side, which is the right side, the side closest to the door.
Yeah.
I still sleep close enough to that side that when I kick the covers off and just roll one, or not even roll, just kick the feet out, I can stand up and go to the bathroom.
Okay. Yeah, it was one of those gee whiz moments. I'm sitting there watching the TV, and I'm like, and the character is just laying right in the middle of the bed.
It's so
and I'm
funny
just like,
how
that
stuff
seems not right.
How stuff like that just comes to you. Like I was sitting here in where you're sitting, board opping the volleyball game the other day. No visual, no video, no anything. I was just kind of listening to the game, and my mind was kind of wandering. And for some reason, my mind wandered to the news station KRQE.
Okay.
And I just, for some reason, started breaking down the call letters in KRQE. And as a 38-year-old adult man who has lived in New Mexico for the majority of my life, I was 4 or 5 days ago, years old, when I figured out that KRQE is Kirky.
Yeah.
I never put that together.
As in Albuquerque.
Yeah.
I thought maybe...
Like I'm big on stuff like that because I always love CASA because KASA was the Fox affiliate and it's CASA Fox.
See, I thought you might pick that one up because they don't do it all the time.
And I mean, I'm like Coma with KOMA. I'm usually good about radio stations and picking those things up.
Well, I know they don't do it all the time, but generally when KRQE's talking about like a community-related event, like Votes for Kids, whatever I don't know which one they're, that like when they do their little charity drive deal, they always say Kirky Cares.
See, and I'd never heard that.
Yeah, and I thought maybe you put it together from that. So, but yeah, because they go Kirky Cares.
It was such like a mind blow moment. I'm like, oh my god. How did I never see that?
Yeah, we all have those, you know.
We're just like, the gears of the brain just slip into place, and you're like, oh. Yeah.
I saw one of those memes on Facebook that I was like, oh, I mean, it sounds legit. I'm guessing. I don't know if it's actually legit, but school buses. You know, you have your yellow school bus with the black lines on the school bus. Those lines mean stuff.
Really?
Yeah. The first lowest line is the floor of the bus for the kids. Second one's the seats. And the third one is where the seat ends and everything. And it's by design, if this bus gets in a rollover accident or something, and they have to cut in to get the kids out.
That's brilliant.
They use those lines as a guide to know where to cut safely to extract the kids out. So there's those lines on the bus that there's a function to it.
Huh. Yeah. Neat. I'm a man who loves a good random fact.
I learned it on Facebook, so if that's just something someone thought and said, wow, that does make sense, let's go with it.
TikTok taught me. I love that commercial. TikTok taught me.
So I saw that on Facebook yesterday.
There you go.
So.
Learn something new every day.
All right, it is 9 o'clock. Town Hall News coming up next. We'll be back on the other side. Don't go away.
Your home for Coast to Coast AM in Roswell, 106.5, Roswell's Talk FM, KEND, Roswell, New Mexico.
News this hour from townhall.com. I'm Greg Clugston in Washington. Come January, Republicans will return to power in the House of Representatives. They have won at least 218 seats to flip control. With a majority, GOP lawmakers will be able to investigate the Biden administration. Ohio Congressman Jim Jordan is poised to become the chair of the House Judiciary Committee, and he says there's a particular interest in probing the overseas business dealings of Hunter Biden, the president's son.
We're committed to getting to the truth, the facts. We think that's what the American people are entitled to. We're gonna try to help Representative Comer and the team here at Oversight with our work on judiciary, but with a specific focus on what the FBI was doing.
A GOP majority also means Nancy Pelosi will not be House Speaker in the new Congress. Today, she will announce her plans for the future.
Well, Tuesday, we found out what former President Trump intended to do. Today, we find out what Democratic House Speaker Nancy Pelosi plans to do in the future. A report from Axios claims President Biden and Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer are both urging the California Democrat to seek her third term as House Minority Leader. Tasha Stevens reporting.
Millions of British people face higher taxes and steeper energy bills after the government announced an emergency budget.
5 weeks ago, we had a sort of Reaganomics, Trussonomics, whatever you like to call it, kind of plan of unfunded
tax cuts in order to stimulate growth. This is now a return to what you might call closer to economic orthodoxy. That is a tightening of fiscal policy, which means cutting spending, raising taxes in order to dampen down inflation and demand.
The BBC's Rob Watson. The UN has announced an extension of a 4-month-old deal with Russia to ensure the safe delivery of export of grain from Ukraine. More at townhall.com.
First, we decide where we want to go. Then we need to know the best way to get there. Hi, my name's Adam Barada. I'm the owner of Advantage Gold. We're the highest rated precious metals firm in the country. We teach people how to own physical gold and silver. Now, we've won the Best of TrustLink Award 4 years in a row because we educate our clients on how to buy gold and silver the right way. We don't pay celebrity spokespeople millions of dollars. We'd rather pass that value on to you. Call 800-900-8000 and speak with one of our experts. We'll send you a free gold kit along with my latest #1 national best-selling book, The Great Devaluation. Call 800-900-8000. That's 800-900-8000. Get the best information, the best process, the best service, the best value. Call Advantage Gold at 800-900-8000. Call 800-900-8000.
Advantage Gold is not an investment advisor or a tax advisor. Consult with your financial advisor before investing.
A new survey shows most Hispanic voters favor stronger border enforcement.
Many Hispanics who voted in this month's midterm elections favor increased enforcement of U.S. immigration laws. The new national telephone and online survey by Rasmussen Reports and Numbers USA finds that 57% of U.S. Hispanic 2020 midterm voters believe the government is doing too little to reduce illegal border crossings and visitor overstays. Only 16% say the government is doing too much immigration enforcement, while 17% rate the level of action as about right. Another 11% are not sure. Bernie Bennett reporting.
Britain's new government is unveiling tax increases and spending cuts, all in a bid to tame double-digit inflation and rein in the growing deficit. The Treasury chief there, Jeremy Hunt, today said the UK faces unprecedented global headwinds. On Wall Street at this hour, the Dow is down 242 points. News and analysis at townhall.com. Some Starbucks employees are on strike today.
Employees at more than 100 Starbucks stores are staging a walkout over better pay, more consistent schedules, and higher staffing levels at busy stores. Starbucks has more than 9,000 company-owned stores in the U.S., and employees at individual stores have been deciding whether to unionize. The employee action also coincides with Starbucks' annual Red Cup Day. Customers are given free reusable cups when they order a holiday drink. Starbucks has opposed any unionization efforts, saying the company functions best when it works directly with employees. I'm Donna Warder.
A coalition of consumer groups is asking grocery chains to rethink their digital-only coupons. They say the deals discriminate against people who don't have smartphones or reliable internet access. Checking the markets, the Nasdaq down by 129. More at townhall.com.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man in this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The devil listen, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican world radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 6 minutes after 9 o'clock. Welcome to hour number 3
Chris Inviernos.
Mornings with Mike Winters, right here on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Happy Thursday.
Yes.
Buenos Thursday.
Indeed.
It's a good one. A little chilly at the moment.
A little bit. It's starting to warm up. The frost has left my windshield.
And in all things, this is the warmest day of the week.
Yeah.
Soak
it in.
Yeah. Our high is supposed to get to 57. That's and it ain't gonna be that tomorrow.
Yeah.
And it wasn't that yesterday or the day before.
Yeah, yesterday, I don't think we barely broke 40. I think.
Yeah.
It was cold.
It seemed like Tuesday morning was colder, but
Yeah.
Wednesday afternoon was colder than Tuesday afternoon.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, because it was cloudy and it looked almost like it was going to rain there for a little bit.
Mhm.
It seemed like it didn't, obviously, but the clouds almost had that. It had a winter feel.
Yeah,
that winter, like maybe it'll snow. It didn't.
I had so Wednesday is my and my friends and family know this. It's Sean's usually incommunicado in the evening time because Wednesday night is my wrestling night. So I cozy up with some easy food and usually just watch wrestling from 6 to 8.
Is that AEW?
Yeah, it's AEW. Okay. And then
on TBS.
Yes, they moved to TBS from TNT. So I had I found this flatbread pizza they had up at the Walmart, and it was Mexican street corn flatbread pizza.
I've had it. It's delicious.
It's fantastic.
It is excellent. I bought it. I saw it a month or two ago, and I was sitting there. I was like, I'm going to grab it. And I went and grabbed it, and I tried it one day, and it was excellent.
Yeah, so like a 65-year-old woman, I sat with a blanket, like a shawl over my shoulders last night on my couch, eating flatbread pizza in my house shoes, watching wrestling.
Nice.
Watching my stories. It was delightful. Yeah, that was a find. They have a lot of the really interesting flatbread pizzas over there.
I did stumble across that one, and I like it. Another one I love that my wife does not is their breakfast biscuit pizza.
I saw that.
I love that thing.
That looks insane.
I'm okay. The problem with that pizza for my wife is she's had her gallbladder removed. And for anybody that's had their gallbladder removed, sometimes greasy or foods like that don't agree with you so well.
Sure.
And that pizza gets her every time. So the juice is not worth the squeeze to her. For me, but the trick to that pizza, you got to eat it hot.
Yeah.
It's gross cold. You got to heat that bad boy up.
This is probably a controversial take. I am not a humongous fan of breakfast foods.
See, I love breakfast foods. I love them at non-breakfast times, though.
Like, the whole time we were in Vegas, it was basically a battle between me and Missy because we wanted to go to a buffet. And she was pretty insistent on going to a breakfast or brunch buffet, which I was fine with if they had enough lunch-esque fare. Because I feel like I'm not going to get enough out of I don't like eggs, I think is the big part of it. I like eggs, but I don't like scrambled eggs, for the most part.
And that's kind of buffet.
Yeah. I like...
You could get an omelet made,
easy egg or like an eggs Benedict. I like those kind of eggs. I like a good runny yolk.
Okay.
But I'm not a huge fan of egg in general. Breakfast food, like sausage, I'm okay with. Bacon, I'm okay with. It's not like the greatest thing on the planet.
That's where you're going to start getting people mad at you.
Now, I will say this. Bacon fat is the greatest thing on the planet because you cook whatever in it and make it taste like bacon. So.
Well, see, I think bacon is the universal meat.
And I like bacon. It's just, it's not... If given the choice between steak or bacon, I'm going to choose steak every time.
Well, sure. I mean, but I will say this. Bacon is the one meat you can add to anything and it'll make it better.
Yes and no.
Oh, there's not many no's. There's more yeses.
I will say jalapeno poppers.
No, I love them on bacon. It makes them better.
Unless the bacon is already cooked and then put onto the popper after the fact. If you wrap a popper in bacon, that bacon is never going to get done enough to be pleasant for me. It's going to be too floppy.
See, to me, it's okay with the pepper and the cheese, the cream cheese, and everything. It works.
That's perfect. Just that. And then what I like to have done is have some bacon made up crispy to where you can crumble it up and then just put that on top of the popper.
It would make it better.
That's the best way
to
do it.
Well, it makes it better though, doesn't it?
With the bacon, if it's made properly. Well, I'm just saying
that's
improperly.
The rule of anything. Improperly cooked bacon is going to make everything worse.
But there's not... what I'm trying to say is
I know,
the way
you're
that most
talking,
people make
you like
poppers.
crispy bacon and bacon on popper. I get it.
The way that most people make poppers with bacon is it does not make it better.
You know how you
can
solve
make
that?
it better.
Is get fake bacon. Get like turkey bacon or something that's like all meat, no fat.
Yeah.
And then try it and see if it's more stout.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I didn't think about the all meat idea.
Yeah. Maybe it's more stout. Sizzling.
But at that point,
is sizzling still available? Don't sizzle fat. Sizzling.
Sizzling. I think because you can get like I think they sell, it's like just called sizzle steak. I think.
It's not sizzling anymore.
Yeah, it's or skirt steak essentially. But I don't know. It's fine. Sausage is real come and go.
What about ham?
Ham is fine. I prefer the way Brits do breakfast.
With the beans?
With beans and
I'm okay with beans. I mean, it's not, I don't do it.
And porridge
but
and
I
eggs on toast, beans on toast. I like that kind of thing.
When I was in Australia as a teenager, we went Boy Scouts and I got to do, and they put us up at a college in Melbourne, Australia.
Melbourne.
That we were staying there. And it's not Melbourne, by the way.
Yeah.
The people there call it Melbourne. Everyone calls it Melbourne. They served breakfast, and it was like eggs and hash browns and sausage and SpaghettiOs. SpaghettiOs, yeah.
Really?
It was like the bean sauce, but SpaghettiOs. It was SpaghettiOs. So instead of baked beans or whatever, it was SpaghettiOs.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
And that was, they also eat Vegemite like we eat jelly or butter or something.
Oh, yeah.
Which is disgusting. But, but yeah. And I was like, and we all were like, this is weird, but we all liked it because we're, what 14-year-old boy doesn't SpaghettiOs for breakfast? Yeah. Why not? It didn't have Franks or meatballs or nothing. It was just SpaghettiOs.
I do not, and I know it's not for me to understand, but how is Vegemite a thing? Like kids, Australian kids in shows that I've watched with my kids, they eat Vegemite and they love it. I just don't understand.
If you're raised on it, I guess it's that in their palate. They're used to it.
So
it's just
salty.
Yeah. Well, to them, they like it. It's their thing.
More power to you.
It's not for our palate. It just doesn't.
I had a buddy named Mick, and he was in Australia. He was actually a listener for one of my shows, and he brought me a bunch of stuff from Australia. One of them was they have a candy bar. It's a Cadbury dairy milk bar filled with Vegemite or Marmite, as they call it.
Yeah, they love that.
It is the worst.
Yeah, they love that stuff. I remember because I got to stay.
My body rejected it.
I got to stay over. We were there over the Christmas holiday, which is their summer in Australia. So I stayed with a family for the Christmas holiday. So we had a holiday meal and they did turkey. It was cool because they decorated the turkey with more meat. They literally put sausage, like cased sausage, around the turkey.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dang.
And of course, here's your Vegemite. Would you like some Vegemite? Like that's when I tried Vegemite. Was there, and I was like, I don't know. And none of it was me and another kid that were staying at the house with the family, and there was a husband and wife and two teenage kids, a girl about my age that yes, we were all enamored with and all that, but 14-year-old boy.
Oh no, I was there.
Australian blonde, she's a cutie. Yeah, we were trying to be all cool, but anyway,
mine was Scottish. But go on.
Well, they gave it to it, and both of us were like this, and they laughed because they knew that we weren't going to like it.
To them, I think it's a bit.
Yeah,
like they almost stomach it just so they can mess with Americans.
That's what I wonder. They don't really eat it; they just keep it out for us to come over, and they like promote it and everything. But none of them actually eat it; they just keep it around.
Mick was a fan. He said he loves it. He had it almost on the daily. So
yeah,
I imagine it varies. I'm sure.
Yeah. But,
what would the American equivalent of Marmite be? Honey mustard? A uniquely American sauce or spreadable. I guess peanut butter.
Probably ketchup.
Yeah, ketchup.
We're the big ketchup users.
I think we're the big peanut butter users. I don't think they use a lot of peanut butter in other countries.
Really?
Yeah, it's not a huge thing.
Do they use like
like
Nutella
hazelnut
or
spread,
something?
Nutella, stuff like that.
Okay.
But peanut butter, because peanuts aren't really a big thing most other places of the country.
Well, do they go like with
the
almond butter or another nut butter?
Probably.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I'm guessing that our version of, or their version of Marmite is like our peanut butter. And I'm sure they look at our peanut butter and be like, that's disgusting. How dare you?
Well, how come we're the ones with the weight problem? I feel like if you're eating Vegemite every day, you should be killing over with coronaries.
You're not eating much because you're eating Vegemite. It's hella salty. Peanut butter.
What I'm saying.
Peanut butter's rich, creamy, and delicious. You're going to keep eating that.
I know, but why aren't they dying of coronaries and strokes? Because that much salt in the body.
Well, have you ever seen the creatures they have to run away from in Australia? They're getting their cardio in.
That's only in the middle. On the island, on the sides where they all live, there's none of that. All right, it is 16 minutes after 9 o'clock here. We've got the folks from the Historical Society join us in just a bit. Before we do that, though, let's go ahead and get you up to date on the weather.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Getting cold over the next couple of days with a cold front dropping in from the Rockies and Central Plains. Mid-50s and sunshine today. It looked pretty good. Then we'll have some clouds coming in for the overnight hours. Our low dropping into the upper 20s. A little bit of drizzle possible on Friday and our high in the mid-30s and cloudy. And then on Saturday, we'll have a mix of sun and clouds. We're back in the low 40s. Sunny and 50 Sunday. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Thank you, Steve. Currently 38 degrees here in Roswell. Humidity is at 52%. Winds are out of the south at 7 miles per hour. For today, enjoy it. It's the warm day for this week. 57 are high today under sunny skies. Winds out of the southwest, 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tonight, increasing clouds, an overnight low of 26. Winds will be out of the north, 5 to 10, picking up 10 to 15 after midnight tonight. Friday, slight chance of drizzle after 11 a.m. Cloudy for the day, high of only 38 tomorrow. Winds will be out of the north, 10 to 15 miles per hour. Tomorrow night, cloudy skies, overnight low of 26. East winds at around 5 miles per hour. Saturday, we're looking at areas of freezing drizzle before 11, then a slight chance of rain after that for after 11. They're also talking freezing fog up until about 11 Saturday morning. Mostly cloudy for the day, high of 42. Winds out of the northeast, 5 to 10. They're saying about a 20% chance of precipitation Saturday. Saturday night, mostly cloudy, overnight low of 31. Sunny on Sunday, highs near 50, 49. And then we start warming back up next week for Thanksgiving here. Monday, they're talking 57 and sunny. By Tuesday, we're back in the low 60s, 61, 64 by Wednesday. So I'll know Thursday, Nick, tomorrow. They only go up till Wednesday on my look ahead here. So, but it's looking like weather's going to be much nicer for the holiday week next week. All right, it is 19 minutes after 9 o'clock. We're going to take about a 2.5-minute commercial break, and we'll talk with the folks from the Historical Society on the other side. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
Central Valley Electric is continually learning and advancing technology that improves electric service, reliability, and safety, and in turn enhancing the quality of life for members that we serve in our local communities. CVE offers an account management program called Smart Hub that allows members to track their usage, set up convenient pay methods, and the ability to manage their energy use with smart technologies. A secure system such as Smart Hub is an easy tool to use. To sign up, visit cvecoop.org and click Smart Hub to get started.
Wakefield Oil Express has the highest quality service in Roswell with a 17-point full-service oil change that includes a full wash and vacuum at their car wash. You won't find a better deal. They also offer full synthetic oil changes, fuel and cabin filter replacements, and will even check your battery. Their tunnel wash isn't afraid of dirty vehicles. They have the best value wash in town with free vacuums. They even offer wash passes that can be used for multiple vehicles. Next time you need your oil changed, go to the fast and efficient Wakefield Oil Express and let them earn your business. 3204 North Main, Roswell.
Pressure Services LLC in Artesia has immediate openings for experienced vacuum truck, kill truck, and hydrovac operators. Operators must hold a Class A CDL or Class D CDL, at least 2 years of experience, and be at least 25 years of age. All positions require a clean driving record and must be able to pass a DOT drug and alcohol screen. Pressure Services offers great pay with IRA benefits and employer contributions toward health benefits. Please apply in person at 402 West Main in Artesia, inside the Age Safety Facility. Equal Opportunity Employer.
How often do you think your way is the best way? Every time, right? How often do you find out that your way isn't the best way, but you keep trying to make it right even when you know it isn't? more than we would like to admit. Don't you agree? In Proverbs 3, Solomon says, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to him, and he will make your paths straight." Have you been relying on your own wisdom to live your life, but things just don't seem to be going very well? Are you lacking peace and contentment in your life? Maybe it's time to look to the Lord's wisdom to guide your life instead of your own. I'm not saying your life will be perfect when you follow Jesus, but you can find peace and contentment no matter what the circumstance. He leads you in the right way when you follow him every time. And even when life is hard, he will give you the strength and love to make it through.
Join us at the Country Club Road Church of Christ for worship at 10 a.m. on Sunday, located on the corner of Country Club and Washington in Roswell.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. 47.2% of all statistics are made up on the spot. Is this true? I'd say chances are about 50%. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 22 minutes after 9 o'clock, and joining us in studio this morning from the Historical Society for Southeast New Mexico, Amy McVeigh-Tejas and John LeMay in studio together. That hasn't done it this way in a while. Usually it's one or the other. Now we got the whole not trifecta, the bifecta.
Yeah.
Of,
well, you make us a trifecta.
That's right. I'm the trifecta.
You do.
Say
I'm
we
the
are the
third corner on that third three-corner hat there. Good morning, guys. How y'all doing?
We're doing good.
Good. Y'all ready for Thanksgiving? I know we got a little over a week.
We're
here.
working. We're
we got
work in
actually a week to
progress.
the day till Thanksgiving. So.
We're going out of town for Thanksgiving, but we're work in progress. Yep.
What about you, John? You going to be in town? Or you going to go?
Yeah, I'll be in town. I don't do anything.
Keep him quiet. Just kind of keep.
He's untalented.
Do you eat turkey or do you have something else?
Oh, yeah, turkey, definitely.
All right. I didn't know if
Gotta do the
you went steak or ham.
Sometimes we have brisket, but typically it's turkey.
Okay, very good. We're doing both this year.
Hey.
Yeah, I'm going to Albuquerque. My in-laws up there, so we're bringing the ham, and they got the turkey.
There you go.
And we actually got my sister-in-law's in-laws coming too. Does that make sense?
Sure.
Sister-in-law's in-laws.
Yes. That's fun. That's fun.
Is
You
coming
got the
too.
double.
So,
You got the double
so
whammy.
we're gonna have a big Thanksgiving.
That's awesome.
There. So good deal. Well, after you guys have finished your turkey and eaten your stuffing and done all your Thanksgiving and you got your Black Friday shopping, we want to invite you out to our next event here in December. Mm-hmm. This is to celebrate the Christmas season. You know, we always like to decorate and put the Christmas lights up. And so we're having a drive-through event where we'd like to come and see the lights and come get some goodies and come celebrate a quick little Christmas. You know, not a big out of your way, taking up your whole night, just a few minutes of celebrating the season with us and having a good time.
We've certainly started that process. I know we've exceeded 10,000 lights between two trees. And before we get started, I know last year we wanted for our message to the community is to be a beacon of light. Well, we are lighting up around there. We have over 10,000 lights. Huge thank you to Xcel Energy. We had one tree last year of lights, and thanks to Mike and the wonderful Xcel Energy, now we've got two lights.
Yeah.
Which is, two trees of lights.
Yeah, it's really cool what they do.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So we're starting. We're going to do a lot more lights. So we're prepping up for this event, I think. But I think we want people to know we can never thank our donors enough. So this is kind of our gift back to the community.
Sure.
And I think it's very important. Not everybody can afford with schedules or monies to attend one of our drive-thrus. Well, ladies and gentlemen, mark your calendar. There's no fees.
Yeah.
This is our gift back to the community. We're
Now, if you
going to
want
light
to
up
give
the
us
area.
donations,
Absolutely. And
we
we
would
want to
love you
give back.
and thank
so
you for, but no obligation.
Community kitchen, bring those packaged goods. We'll have a table there.
We always take that stuff. We'll make sure it gets
Bring
to
your
them.
loose change.
Yeah.
I think bring your loose change. We will be selling 50-50 tickets.
Okay.
And we had a exciting winner last year. I thought Bianca at Southwest Printers. So it's a fun. What is 50-50? You can get $1 each or 6 for $5.
Yeah.
And whatever we make, which we generally
Just like
make
the-
$300, $400, $500, you'll get half the
just
pot.
like when you go to the football games or something, you get
That's
like
right.
at halftime.
It's
and-
funny to me. A lot of people say, "What's the 50-50?" Well, we're used to being at the games. And everything.
So it's kind of part of the vocabulary if you go out to games there. But if you don't, then
we will have goodie bags. The first 50 people are going to get very special goodie bags.
Yeah.
And if I can just give you a hint, those goodie bags are going to be worth over $20.
Okay.
So that's kind of fun. I mean, if you, not that we do it by value, but it's not just a goodie bag with candy. That's what I want people to know.
Okay. Well, I gotta ask this question because it's important, especially this time of year.
Mm-hmm.
there's a little cookie that tends to show up around this time of year. Those Biscochitos.
Oh, see, and you know what? That's really cool for you to think about that.
Because I love
and
those
shout
things.
out to Charles Bravo Bakery. If you're listening, we're going to be calling you. See, I've been so busy. I haven't. John,
I remember them very well.
Line.
I do. I'm led by my stomach. And
Thank you very much. That's a great idea. But I want people to know for the first 50 bags, we're going to put a random gift card in one of the bags.
Okay.
So they could get a gift card on top of everything
Oh,
else.
cool.
And thank you for reminding. Yes.
We
will
good.
be. There will be treats, and
Those
we need to
things
step
are-
up the game.
they're-
Mike's
they're worth
making
the
us
trip
elevate
alone.
the game.
I'm
That's really
like, yeah,
cool.
that's all great. Is there Bisco Cheetos? That's all. Like, wonderful.
And that
Where's
was
the Bisco
that was a year ago. So thank you. We're gonna see you're checking me. Thank you very much.
Those cookies are
selfies with
divine.
Santa. Santa's gonna be in the house.
Yeah.
He'll be at the end, so you'll
He'll be
drive
hanging out by
through.
the Biscochito.
Just look for the Biscochito sponsored by El Toro. No,
Hey,
I'm just kidding.
leave Santa some milk and Biscochitos this year, and he'll be just
Oh, that's
fine.
really cool. But when you drive into the parking lot, we will be lit up. You will get a goodie bag. You'll get hot chocolate. You can get a candy cane from Santa and take those selfies. And again, this is just our thanks to the community. But it again is on December 15th from 6:30 to 5:30. We can't sit and chat a lot, if that makes sense.
Sure.
But
Well,
we'll
it is
get
a
them in and out. It
drive-through,
is a drive-through.
You know, we'd hate
And
to block up the street while we're
if you want to
conversing and
chit
people
chat or
waiting.
enjoy, I will say, why don't you go ahead across the
Park across the
street,
street, yeah.
and enjoy the lights
And
and,
walk
that
over.
kind of thing.
Yeah.
But we kind of move. We try to move through pretty quickly.
It's a kind of assembly line like moving. So, but we would love to have you come. Please come. Get there early to be one of the first to get the goodie
I
bag.
love it. There's usually always one there early,
Yeah.
and we will, and we won't start early.
Well,
but we'll
that's right.
start on. But you're right. They can get that.
5:30 on the
There you
dot.
go.
We will not give
There
out
you go.
one bag
We'll get
at
that hot chocolate
5:29,
ready.
5:29, 59. Not until 5:30.
Yep.
Greenwich just a regular Mountain Standard Time. Yeah. We'll give out we'll begin giving out the bags, and we'll be doing it till about 6:30. I'm pretty sure the bags won't last till 6:30. They
I don't think so.
I imagine they'll be gone in the first.
And we'll
20
make
minutes or so.
as many bags as we can. The first
Sure.
50, and we'll have extras, but the first 50 will get special bags. And just a reminder to individuals. Huge thank you to the Morning Garden Club. They've helped put some decorations out outside. We're getting ready
do a
for
lot
that.
of great stuff
They
over
do
at
a lot
the-
of
at
great
the Historical
stuff. They're
Society.
amazing. They have already hung up the garland and wreaths outside. We'll have some minimal decorations inside. We will not have our traditional open house. I think we should be able to get going with that next year.
But
We're
if
doing
you-
things a little bit differently, but let me say this. I had one of our great members, they said, can we book a special tour during Christmas? And I love this idea.
I think it's a great
Because what
idea.
they're going to do, they're going to bring their whole family. They're going to take family pictures. We're going to have a great thing. And so we want to encourage people to make that their tradition.
I think it's a great
Call
idea.
in advance, book your private tour, bring your family. As a matter of fact, their photographer is going to meet outside, take their family pictures, and then come inside. So I love that idea. Book early, and we'll start doing customized special tours with our amazing volunteers so you can get a one-on-one kind of family type
Yeah, if
setting.
you're looking for
I
those
love
family
that.
portrait type photos or opportunities, there's quite a few places in the home that you can do that.
Something I didn't mention, I cannot not mention, regarding the lights. We can never thank Jess McDaniel and Eddie for getting those lights
How
up.
does he
I'm
have time
sorry,
to put up
Jess.
those lights with the?
Thanks to his connections and our sweet friends that are connected to Jess,
Mhm.
there's no other way that could happen. But I want to say, Jess is so adamant to support our history, and I know
Mhm.
John's a good friend of his. He loves supporting us. He loves being a beacon of light. He's got that good attitude. And thank you for Jacob Roebuck. He donated some lights last year, so again, he's
Nice.
part of that.
Of course, he's
That's
busy on his
important
own
for me.
doing all this
They're-
stuff,
Those,
both of them,
Those
yeah.
people are so busy.
Yeah.
All three, Mike with Excel
Yeah.
and Jacob and Jess. But
Did
they,
you see what Jesse did for Halloween?
Yes. They stepped
And then he's
that
turning around and going to
Oh yeah,
Christmas.
Jesse actually on TikTok got 1 million views. I think on
Oh,
his
on his
TikTok for
TikTok
Halloween.
feed over
Yeah.
his. See, that's crazy. How does he got time to help us? That's what
I
I'm
don't. But,
I'm so
but
thankful,
see,
but I don't know how he does
His
it.
heart's good, and you
Yeah.
know what? The power of thinking anything is possible. That's Jess. Anything is possible. He gets things done. He gets things done for the right reason. His heart's in it, and I don't know how we're so blessed to get his blessing, but he's just so adamant to be a beacon of light and be
Sure,
part of it. So
he's
thank
definitely
you
a
very
guy
much.
that just wants to have a great community. And he does more than his part to
And
help
he's
make
got
it
game
that
on the
way.
softball field. That's how I know it. Hey, let's take it to softball field, Jess.
Well, the first time his name got on my radar was Winter Storm Goliath.
Oh,
and him and a few of his friends were just going around helping people.
Yes.
He had his big 4x4, and he was, and no one asked him. He just did it. He's going out and pulling people out of unstuck, giving meds delivery. He was just whatever needed doing. He just did. I mean, and I don't know how many people on Facebook were like, "I need help," and someone would give him Jesse's number. Jesse, I'll take care of it. I don't know. And so I was like, man, what a nice guy. And then that's the first time
he's amazing super connector. Read the book. Christine Arnold and I love the book. It's contagious, but he's a super connector because he connects and makes those connections to help us realize. And really, I think that's part why we're all three here. Celebrating history. Anything is possible. Just connecting those dots, pulling it together. So,
absolutely.
High five to everybody that's working on the Preserving Chihuahuita project.
Yes.
I hope Sarge
we'll talk more about that next week.
We will, but it's important for me because and I know we'll be on the radio, but if you miss us on the radio, make sure if you have photos. As a matter of fact, we were just making a connection of my husband's family photos from what people brought in, and they're like, "How'd you get that?"
Did he grow up in the area?
Yes, 100%. Okay. I mean, and John was scanning photos and assumed I knew about it, and I'm like, I don't know about that.
because I kept seeing Ralph Tejas.
Yes,
I thought, Amy must know about this already.
Yeah.
So his father was Ralph Tejas too, so it's making all those connections.
Oh, so
but
was
if
the other
people
Ralph
are
Tejas.
listening and they have those golden historical treasure books, and you don't listen when me and Sergeant Frescas, please call the museum or even leave a message at the archives. You can probably get a quicker response. Is call the museum at 622-8333. We can scan those photos in, or even if you have photos, you could forward them on to us. We really want to develop that collection.
Absolutely.
And celebrate that area.
It's very much part of our local history in that area, and kind of this rehab renovation project is it's a great thing. It's desperately long overdue, I think, and it's great that we get to kind of hopefully preserve the improve it, but at the same time preserve what makes it so great. You know what I mean? And the culture preserve the culture without while at the same time making it a nicer place to be.
Well, and it's a way of unifying. I mean, I people know my heart. This community is split so often, and no matter what side of town or what colors, we really want to pull that together. And that has a way of doing it.
We are one community, even though some people disagree with you.
Amazing community. We are, and we may love one color a little bit more because we're from there, but we're all in this together.
Absolutely.
And there's great people in every
we
area.
We can all root on the Coyotes this Saturday.
Yes.
Yeah, we all rooted for the Goddard Rocky volleyball team, and they won the state championship last week. We can all root for the Coyotes this weekend.
And we can be proud of the purple and all the things that are happening at Gateway. They're doing amazing things.
Absolutely, yeah, Gateway
Good
kicking butt, doing their thing. Absolutely.
We love to, and even in Artesia, I love to know the South is doing so well. It's really looking good for a South team to be the state champions.
I'm thinking we're going to see a state championship in Southeast New Mexico.
That's really exciting, yes.
Just real quick, I know if it's Roswell and Artesia, Roswell owes Artesia, so it'll be in Artesia.
It'll be at the Bulldog.
If Deming wins over Artesia and Roswell wins, that game's in Deming.
Yep.
We owe Deming. If I guess that's the only scenarios we care about.
Well, it's really looking good for
if Roswell loses and Pedro, I think Artesia has to go to PV. We're not worried about that outcome, though. We want to know about the one.
We're going to support.
Is Roswell going to Artesia or are they going to Deming? That's what we want to know.
But before we do this football talk, we need everybody to go to the Holiday Magic.
That's this Friday, tomorrow, and Saturday. And again, pro tip, I'm going back. This is Biscuit Cheetos round 2, and I did it all day yesterday and this morning. They open at, 10:30 tomorrow? And then 9 a.m. I have it here.
Oh, yeah. Here, I think that's
I have it around here in one of my things somewhere here.
Yes.
But, I want to say they open at 9.
I know that was on our Instagram, too.
10:30 tomorrow and then 9 a.m. Saturday.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Be there at those times and book it directly to the pumpkin rolls.
Now,
doesn't matter what everything else in there, you can get to it later. Yeah. But priority is pumpkin roll, because if you wait till noon, pumpkin roll no mas.
No.
They're gone for the day.
And John's all in it for the cookie.
Yeah.
So
John's the cookie. He's cookie monster.
So tomorrow morning, 10:30 or 9 a.m. Saturday morning, or both. At the fairgrounds, you be right there in the front. They let you in. You pay you $2.
There you go.
And which, by the way, all that goes to youth from everything from 4-H to Assurance Home to our Roswell and Goddard High. I'm missing one or two in there. First Tee of Southeast New Mexico's in there. Yeah, there's a couple
supporting the community. All that money goes.
But yeah, get the pumpkin rolls because those do go quick. They're very popular because they're delicious.
Yep.
I say this every time. I hate pumpkin. I don't like the taste of pumpkin. I don't eat pumpkin pie. I don't like any of that. Those pumpkin rolls, I will kill people for them. So they're that delicious. So just the pro tip, whatever day it is, go there first. Then you can look, and then you can, once you procure your pumpkin roll, you can secure it back in your vehicle because you're gonna, if you walk around with it, it's Dunsky. You're gonna eat it.
That's
So
right.
put it back in your vehicle.
There you go.
And then flash your badge so you don't have to pay $2 back in
There you
again.
go.
And then, or to help out the kids. And then go finish your, visit the other booths and things. And
you can go out there and see John.
John LeMay will have his
And
booth
Donna.
out there. You gotta have your.
It's the Historical Museum's booth.
It's not just John's, it's the Historical Society.
The Holiday Magic has been so good to partner with the Historical Society for Southeast New Mexico. Holiday Magic's very historical. My mom was on the first group that ever started Holiday
We were
Magic.
talking-
Mom helped with the holiday, and she'd draw the little hollies. So our family's rich in history. It used to be at Miss Minnie's, so we go way back with Holiday. But they're good to support John
Absolutely.
and the Historical Society. But it is a Historical Society booth. But when I say that, you can do your list and be ready to do your shopping.
Well, he'll
'cause
have his
he'll
books,
sign the
and I
books.
guess Donna will have her books there as well
Donna
too.
Burchell will be there with me.
And and if you didn't get a chance to talk with them at maybe some of the readings or the one like the just recent one or some of the ones they've done in the past, and you didn't get a chance to interact with them, well, they're a captive audience. They can't leave. They're stuck at the booth, so they got to talk to you.
Oh, don't tell them that. That's one of the worst things you could ever do.
You got them captive. They can't leave. They got to answer every one of your questions.
And especially if you think they might spend some money, then really.
But yeah, you want to hit them with all your weird questions. Now's the time because they can't leave.
Well, I see my book on the table. Is someone like pretending to read it, or are they actually?
I've been
reading
kind of thumbing through it. And
That's
all
really
that.
cool that you're connected with Alan Getty too. So you're Alan
his
Getty's
book's there
book,
too,
and then John LeMay. That's awesome.
Yeah,
Those are
we had it on display for a while.
Those
too,
are some good peoples right there. Hey, shout out to Alan Getty. He can play ball too.
It's another great book. His local author, another guy that his life experiences and things. That one's a personal book. He's not. His is more life stories. Yours are.
He's a pastor at Grace.
Yours get into stories and history. And
Yeah.
he's more. That's all personal.
So John, oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say I was talking to Roy in the break room earlier about maybe turning some of my stories into a manga from that book.
Oh yeah,
Roy's an artist. I can't have him do the whole book because that would be against like child labor laws. But
He's an
maybe
adult.
like a short story though. Maybe just like a
You
short
can abuse
story.
him as much as you want. He's an adult. We do. Just kidding.
All in the name of 106.5 Talk Radio.
That's right. For the sake of humanity, we abused him. We put him back in the cage. Seen those steps in the alleyway? That's where we put him after the show.
Okay.
Oh, bud, he's such a great guy. And he puts up with us all day.
Well, he's
my
happy.
God.
He's
happy.
We throw some food down there. We're not savages.
Oh my goodness, that's funny. That is so funny.
I'm kidding,
that's
of
like
course.
us with Fred Boggs. We never let
That's
him leave the
true.
museum.
That's
right.
true.
Because
That's
every time he
true.
does
We
something
lock him
breaks,
in.
so we just keep him down in there.
In the basement with the
That's
mannequins.
true. And give him some ice cream or chocolate, maybe some Dr. Pepper. He's golden.
He is cheap. I'll say you give him some ice cream and chocolate ice cream.
Oh, I hope
you won't hear from him for a while.
He is cheap. It's a heck of a deal. Heck of a deal. No, John at our booth, because see, it's fun to set up with John. I kind of do the decorating, and you never know what he'll bring. So, are you bringing any of your other fun books, like something that
I don't like to bring anything that I don't think will sell. So I probably won't bring like the Godzilla books, but I will bring some of my otter history books, because like I have a history on real life vampires of the Southwest.
Oh,
I might have that just under the table if anybody asks for it.
On the DL?
Well, I think
the speakeasy. Like, say the password New England clam chowder, and he'll pull that book out for
Well,
you.
and people say they're a supporter of John LeMay, and they say they have all of his books. I'm like,
You probably don't.
Think
I have 40.
know.
I was say,
But a lot of people will
he's got his
say-
own wing at the library. He got.
So see, you need to bring those out for those people that say, "Oh, I have all of John May's," because they're good gifts. So
Absolutely.
do your Christmas shopping, support holiday, but we will give a gift for every purchase. So anybody that comes to the Historical Society booth, and by the way, you can bring your loose change. We'll have our loose change
If you want to
container.
learn more about becoming a member,
if you
we can
say,
explain that to you.
I do not need books or whatever, you can pick up a flyer about our drive-through.
Yeah.
You can bring your loose change, but every purchase, whether it's a little cookbook, we even have darling little historical society cookbooks that are $2, like great little stocking stuffers.
Absolutely.
But any purchase you make, you will get a gift for a purchase.
Yeah, and here's something too. Like if you're gonna come both days, let's say you come on Friday, and you're like, "Why didn't you have this book?" We can go to the museum and get that book for you.
Sure.
Or you can come Saturday.
Yeah, so we can do it like if you have talk to them Friday, and if it's not on hand, then say, "Oh, we'll come back Saturday. We'll meet you."
Because we really have too many books to bring. So like if you said, "Oh, can you bring Elvis Fleming's Captain Lee book tomorrow?" I'd be sure. Yeah.
Sure. So if you got requests, get in touch with John or shoot a message on our Historical Society Facebook or
good
or
idea.
any way like that and say,
for sure.
"Hey, I heard you guys on the radio. Is there any way you can pick up book X?"
Yes.
No
prints. We're limited on space. We can only put out so much on an 8-foot table. But if you're interested in herd prints, or whether it's no matter what, he's exactly right. We have so many amazing books. By the way, we have a special book, and if you call, we'll hold it for you. Steve Pierce book.
Oh, the Just Fly the Plane Stupid. Yeah.
We just found one, which we had been sold out for a while.
Really?
So somebody purchased.
I'm lucky. He was kind enough to give me an autographed copy when
that's a
when
golden
he was
book.
here.
So we wouldn't have things like that at our booth, but it's funny because a lot of times that after we close, John will call us like, we need so many of. We just never know what we'll sell, but we'll be happy to bring. He's exactly right. I'll be happy to make a special trip out there.
And we'll
can or whatever.
Shoot,
we work
if need
together.
be, we can work a middleman with him. We'll meet you at the radio
But
station.
it is
Whatever works for
it's
you.
a golden opportunity because Donna does not have to drive from Carlsbad, and she is.
Well, and she's
both days.
we're talking John here. She's an awesome author too, and her books
Great
are
person.
equally as amazing to read. And she's pretty much dug through nooks and crannies of this whole state and has dug up these tales and stories and things that she's researched and I'm guessing some of the stuff that she's found and has written about in her books, without someone like her, probably would have been lost to history. So over time, the people that were involved will fade away, and there's no one chronicling this stuff. And Donna's that person. So not only is it's a pleasure and a joy to read her stuff, she's really doing a service to this part of the state in preserving history that, let's face it, because think about it. When you were a kid, there were certain, I'll just do it in car fashion. I remember as a kid, 57 Chevys weren't being sold anywhere or nothing. But I remember like all over town, there would be a couple 57, Now, unless you go to a car show, you're not seeing one anymore. And history's the same way. The farther we get away from those points, the more opportunity for it to get lost to time. And people like John and Donna are kind of our biographers of what's going on here and what's taking place here. So when we're gone and the next generation's like wanting to learn this, they pick up these books and they get an idea of what the history was like here. And,
That's right.
And there's not a lot of people chronicling that. No. And so, it's not like we live in New York City or Philadelphia where there's a history buff. You know what I mean?
Right.
We're in a remote area. So if we're not the ones that kind of chronicle the history, who's going to do it? And so that's why it's so great. So come and enjoy these books, pick them up and understand the kind of the deeper importance of some of these books. I don't think people realize.
They don't take it a lot. Take it all for granted. We're in such a rush. Don't always take moments.
Absolutely. I don't know if we did a quick mention here, but also coming up in December here for all of our volunteers. If you were a volunteer with the Historical Society of Southeast New Mexico, we'd like to invite you to our annual volunteer party, Christmas party.
We're doing a special little Christmas party. Had an angel that really donated to really take a moment to celebrate our volunteers. So you'll get a little special invitation in the mail.
Nice.
And so you'll get
mine
a special.
yesterday. I got an invitation in the mail yesterday.
Cool.
Yeah.
And I want to thank that special angel. Him and his wife are an angel. They moved to Roswell, and they really wanted to make an intentional effort to celebrate every single hand. So whether it's our sweet electrician that's going beyond, all these people that behind the scenes have really make a difference. That is really exciting.
Shoot, I'd even say the kids arts program that came out and worked events and things. Come join us at the party.
So you will get a special invitation. I know one thing. Somebody joked about that. I think we may almost need to have two parties. We're going to fill that room up because we really have so many.
The party place.
We really have. We might need to do a drive-through, but you're exactly right. We could never thank everybody enough. Before we have to go off, we're really excited. John and I are both part of our scholarship committee. We're fixing, say a prayer for us. We're fixing to make some decisions for the New Mexico Youth Challenge Academy.
Oh, okay.
Shout out to them. They're graduating in December. Their applications, I will soon be receiving them to submit to our committee. We have a great committee, a large committee. And man, if you're listening,
I'm not going to lie.
If you're listening and you wanted to be Santa, let me say this. There's nothing more important to me to say this right now. If you wanted to be Santa and called up the Historical Society and said, listen, I want to give some extra money for scholarships, we're fixing to have to make decisions, and that sure would be a blessing.
I know our committee would be very happy because I deliberately stay away from that because I know there's no way I can pick between kids.
We've had people say, I don't ever want to do this again. This is the hardest thing I've ever. And they're retired educators.
Yeah, they're all worthy.
They are. But
so as a favor to those folks,
yes.
If you give more money, then we don't have to say no.
But huge thank you to like Character Council and Chaves County Health Council. They're helping us step up our game and on top of Troy and people to make this. So if you wanted to be Santa and call and say, I want an adult, it is not too late.
Good.
We're going to make those decisions. I saw a kid last night at Cattle Baron, and he was one of our first scholarship recipients for New Mexico Youth Challenge Academy. And these kids don't forget. So we are making a difference. Yes, for high school scholarships, we'll get that out in February. We are doing that also.
Yes.
But right now is the time for this graduating for New Mexico Youth Challenge
like
Academy.
Colleges are all having graduations
yes,
this
we
time.
will get out our scholarship information in February.
Good deal.
And don't forget to book your Christmas party. The archive facility isn't decorated yet. It soon will be. If you want to book your party, 30, 40, 50 people maybe, depending on the come and go thing. We'd love to set up.
It's got a full kitchen, so if you need food prep or any of that kind of stuff, and of course we've got the tables and stuff. If you want to have maybe a large meal, maybe you want to do an early Christmas, like a family reunion Christmas dinner, but no one can get together on Christmas, so you do it like mid-December or something. We can host those kind of things if we need to,
Sure.
Or if you got a business meeting, just reach out to Amy here at the Historical Society. RoswellNMHistory.org is our website. Go there right now. You'll see the flyer for our Christmas drive-thru event on the 15th. That'll kind of be the focus of the page there. But all there, you'll see our links if you want to check out some of John's or Donna's or any of the authors' books we have or the Peter Hurd prints. You'll find the links to that if you wouldn't become a member. If you'd like to give the gift of membership, maybe for the holidays here, we have different levels, a single, couple, family, corporate, whatever levels. And all of that is a way to support the Historical Society. Don't forget, if you want to do a tour, like we were just talking earlier about, some families want to do a little tour and bring a photographer. We're doing tours by appointment.
Sure.
Just give us a holler, reach out to us, tell us the times and things. We'll make sure we have our docents and everybody, our volunteers on hand and ready to receive you. And then you come and get your own private personalized tour of the home. And then, like you said, if you'd like to do a Christmas photo or a family portrait.
Or even an event, you want a tour, and then they go next door to rent the facility.
Yeah,
and
do a little.
John and I have done that. I remember, God bless Eddie Torres. He always used to rent the archives, and all he'd care about is having John LeMay at the Christmas party. He did, though.
That's one way to meet you.
Is John going to be there?
That's right.
Yes, but
I will rent out the archives.
We can give a tour and those kinds of things, and
absolutely,
make it part of it.
absolutely. And I'm telling you, and if you're looking for like places like if you've never been in the home, shame on you. But if you've never been in there, there's a grand staircase. It's one of my favorite ones to look because it's that solid wood, very, very formally, very elegant,
detailed.
And I think there could be some great family photos on that. If you can get the lighting right, because it is a
little challenge.
it is turn of the century. They didn't have all the amenities that we had back then. So it'd be. I think that would. I mean, the porches are great because that house has an amazing porch. It's because it's a social porch. You know what I mean? Back when that house was built, people didn't have air conditioning. So when you did your socializing, entertaining, it's in cooler outdoor places like the porch the parlor or wherever there was flow through. And so they were built different than just storing your steps.
That's right.
And but I love all that. So come check it out. Come be a part, please. And all we ask is a donation for the tour. So whatever you feel comfortable with, we would love any of that. And if money's tight, don't worry. We want to bring you the access. We want to give it to you. that's what we're about. The money, we just use that to keep this stuff from breaking. Well, it keeps breaking, keep fixing what breaks. And,
That's right.
although, I don't want to jinx it. But we haven't had any roof issues lately, have we? Or have we?
Just a little.
Just a little one?
We
Okay.
still have the tarp upstairs.
Okay.
So
there's
if you're
still that.
thinking those projects are completed, ladies and gentlemen, they're not.
No.
We're not going to give up, right?
Oh, no,
We're
no.
not going to give up till they're done. But yes, we are protecting and preserving. And yes, that tarp is still there.
Well,
On the second
what's
floor.
underneath the tarp is worth preserving. and
You're
much
darn
more,
right. You're darn
that's-
right. Rather be safe than sorry. That's going to stay
It's
up.
the thin piece of canvas that's drawing a line in the sand
Yes,
right
because you
now.
never know about New Mexico having an earthquake yesterday. Could have rain this afternoon. You
Did y'all
just
feel
never
that
know about
earthquake,
this.
by the way? Were y'all?
Did you really? Because I got a call
you
a
miss
couple
it, or
of
did you-
and Mary Lou Glass's daughter called me and she's like, "Did you feel that?" Because they're not from Roswell, and I'm like, "No, I was making my own earthquake, doing so much."
She's like, I was
You did
rattling
feel
cages
it,
somewhere
though?
else.
I
yeah.
was rattling. You did feel it though.
It was like a really long sonic boom.
Yeah,
Really?
okay. So I was
And you
here.
did- uh-huh.
And for me, it felt like when you're in a car on the side of the road on a windy day, and like when that's what it kind of felt like in here.
Yeah.
I'm serious. I was probably literally running around.
Mm.
Literally, I did.
Well, Gene missed it too. He was in
Oh.
Artesian. Of course, they felt it in Carlsbad because it was Pecos, so they probably got it a little stronger than we did. And Gene was, I think, at Tate Branch doing getting ready for halftime for Saturday.
Oh,
he
my
missed it altogether.
goodness.
But
Oh,
everyone
my
at the
goodness.
office when he came back, is like, "Did you feel that?" And he's like, "Feel what?" I didn't do it.
Do you think Gene's listening? Gene, I have
No, he's doing his own show right now.
I want to put on air. We have a large present for him.
Oh, yeah.
And we want to deliver it to him.
Yeah.
John and I are going to special deliver
Oh,
that
that,
very
yeah.
large special present
Well,
to
and to be
Gene.
honest, I think the timing might work out because he
'cause
was
after
telling me
football, almost football.
Well, he was telling me last week that there's plans to do some work at that facility. So if that
Gene,
timing
we're ready
lines
to
up
deliver
right,
your Christmas present.
There you
Huh,
go.
John.
they're tired of looking at it.
It's got his name all over it. It'll look really good.
Absolutely. But please join us December 15th for our Christmas drive-through free event.
Yay.
We are, if you'd like to donate, we'd love to lose change or whatever. We will-
Package goods for community kitchen.
Yeah.
All those
Yeah,
things.
please. If
Yes,
you've got that
those kind of things.
non-perishable
It is
food
not all
items.
about us.
Yeah, we will get all of that to them or any of that kind of stuff. Or even if you want to say, I don't know, like you say, hey, here's some extra money, give it to the kids' arts program. We'll make sure that happens. People we partner with and work
Also,
with.
right down the street, Casa Amor.
Oh,
the Old
okay.
Clary Sage.
Yes, yeah.
They will, Mark and his lovely wife are so excited. They will be open too. And let
so
me
like a
tell
little
you,
neighborly
you
come
know,
on by.
Mike, we talk so, imagine us talking too much. They are going to have Biscochitos also. They are going to have some amazing coffee with their own flair and Biscochitos. Do not forget it is not all about us. We want to celebrate our community, but you need to drive through the Historical Society and you need to go right down the street and visit Mark and his lovely wife and Casa Amor. Am I saying that? Please forgive me.
I think so.
Casa Amor.
I'm not the authority to ask on that one.
But it's the Old Clary Sage right across from the Roswell
Beautiful
Defense School.
facility.
Beautiful bed and breakfast. They've worked so hard. And you come through ours or go there first and come there. They are, Mike, when you said Biscochitos, they're up in their game. We better make sure we're going to have some good
I
Biscochitos.
think we're inadvertently creating Roswell's first ever Biscochito crawl.
Ooh, good idea. You heard it here first.
Yeah,
heard it here
and now
first.
It starts here with these two facilities.
There you go.
And then maybe spreads out. Everyone's like,
There you
I
go.
can do better. All right, you can bring better biscuit. Game on, let's go.
Game on, let's try it out.
And then we can do a
Yes.
Biscochito crawl. We can look
Yes.
at Christmas
That's a great
lights
idea.
and
Yes.
drink coffee and cocoa
There
and
you
eat
go.
Biscochitos.
Yes, there you go. There you go. Heard it here.
I like
so
it.
you bet, and just put on that December 15th Biscochito crawl. There
I like
you go.
it.
There
I think
you go.
it's great.
That's
So,
awesome.
Again, RoswellNMHistory.org is our website. And
622-8333 if you have special needs for specific John LeMay books, need to get in touch with him or want more information or even something special regarding Donna. We just want to have some fun and help in any way possible.
Absolutely. And of course, like you said, if you want to get a request for Peter Hurd,
Oh,
Prince,
yeah. Yes, please
any
call.
of John, any of Donna's, any of our authors.
Bring
that
your
we
loose
carry,
change. We'll give you a gift. Every purchase at the Holiday Magic.
And so come on out and trust me. Get there at 9:30 or 10 on those days. Get the pumpkin. Go first.
See, y'all are in competition. He's going to do the cookies.
Do you think, Mike, you could scalp the pumpkin rolls? Like you buy them all and then take them out in the parking lot and sell them for more?
I could try. I might not be available to do the show Monday because I might get lynched.
That would be on you. We should get him good.
Actually, what would happen is I'm just running out the building with a whole, I bought them, you can't have them. And I got people chasing me. Just give me one, man. No, they're all mine. No, that might be.
My husband asked her if she had any idea. Can you imagine how many pumpkin rolls she's made?
Oh, she's probably sick to death of them. She probably hates them because she makes so many.
She's touched with pumpkin rolls, making them feel good, and cookies.
There is such thing as too much of a good thing, and she might be hitting that wall with herself.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny.
But thank you guys. We'll see you this weekend, okay?
Yep.
All right, it is 9:56. Quick break before we go. Don't go away.
With the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Greg Clugston. High inflation has led to a pullback in retail shopping. Macy's reports declines in profits and sales for the fiscal third quarter.
Despite the disappointing results, they beat Wall Street expectations. The New York-based company raised its earnings outlook in part due to better credit card revenue. The department store chain said it earned net income of $108 million for the three-month period ending October 29th. That compares with $239 million for the year-ago period.
Correspondent Jeremy House says Macy's isn't alone. Third-quarter sales at Kohl's fell nearly 7%. The company withdrew its 2022 sales and profit forecasts, blaming an uncertain economic outlook. Nearly 250,000 heavy-duty diesel Ram trucks in the U.S. are being recalled because transmission fluid can leak and cause fires. For the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Greg Clugston.
This is the owner of Trustmark Roofing, and nothing makes us happier than telling our customers no. As in, no pricing games. We give you a guaranteed price, and then we stand by it. No surprises, no gotchas. No obscurity. We don't just tell you what's wrong with your roof. We record our inspections and show you. No lemons. We install premium roofing materials from top brands like Owens Corning. No shortcuts. We're in the 2% of roofers with the Owens Corning Preferred Contractor Certificate for our local area. This means we offer precision installation and the longest warranties. Want a beautiful new roof that's built to last? Choose Trustmark Roofing, the roofer that loves to tell our customers no. For an estimate, call us at 575-755-ROOF or find us online at trustmarkroofpros.com.
Trustmark Roofing, we put people first.
Martine's Capital Cafe in Roswell offers authentic and highly rated New Mexico food. Explore their amazing menu featuring huevos rancheros or asado with eggs or their green chili stew. And you can't forget their award-winning green chili cheeseburger, all made from scratch using their finest and freshest ingredients. Open for carryout with curbside delivery or limited dine-in. Just call ahead 624-2111. Martine's Capital Cafe, always pleasing the most refined palate. Open Monday through Saturday from 6 a.m. to 8:30 p.m. at 110 West 4th in Roswell.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. Did you know you share your birthday with at least 9 million other people in the world? Your birthday isn't feeling so special now, is it? Here's Mike Winters.
And we got to go. That's going to do it for us. Thank you very much for allowing us to be a part of your day. If you missed any part of the show, ksvptv.com. Click on the Mornings with Mike Winters channel. You'll find it there, or on our 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM Facebook wall, or YouTube. We have our YouTube channel, too, so you can find them at any of those places. Have an amazing day. Thank you again for allowing us to be a part of it. You're listening to 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM, KEND, or Roswell, New Mexico. Have a great day, everybody.
Breaking news this hour from townhall.com. I'm John Scott. Republicans have won control of the U.S. House, returning the party to power in Washington and giving conservatives leverage to blunt President Biden's agenda and spur a flurry of investigations. Republicans taking control of key committees now, giving them the ability to launch probes of the president, his family, and his administration. GOP Representative Jim Jordan of Ohio, who is poised to become the chairman of the House Judiciary Committee, says the panel's focus is clear.
We're committed to getting to the truth, the facts. We think that's what the American people are entitled to. We're gonna try to help Representative Comer and the team here at Oversight with our work on judiciary, but with a specific focus on what the FBI was doing.
The panel will